Hello everyone and welcome to Valtorn episode 17. We only have like 3 more episodes left.
I know.
It's wild. But before we get into the madness, we do have some announcements as per usual. And first and foremost, we would like to thank our supporter today. Thank you to Roll20 for supporting today's episode. We super duper appreciate you. If you're curious how we do our rolls, our maps, things of that sort, character sheets, that is through Roll20. And you don't have to just play dice games. You can also make custom sheets. There's lots of cool stuff that you can do with Roll20, like lighting and all kinds of goodies. We also have some merch. You can check it out at designbyhumans.com/shop/rollforward if you want to rep us. Very nice. Get yourself a tank top, t-shirt, a mug, sweater, whatever your needs are. Maybe not a sweater. It's been kind of warm for people now in comparison. And we do have some announcements. Reminder, first and foremost, that June 20th, we will have our next Fablecraft Vecna's Awakening episode. You'll definitely want to tune into that. It's been really fun working with the Riftweaver folks, and the system has been pretty cool, getting an early look at it from an alpha perspective. So we're really thankful that they're letting us do that. And the next episode is very combat. You kind of get to see the combat elements of things, which is really fun. So if you want to see how that works and functions, would recommend checking it out. And we also have a little announcement of a new show. I think this is the right drum. Yeah, there we go. Ooh. Sometimes I accidentally do the wrong one. Ready? Hell's Kitchen is coming to a show near you. 1 second. I feel like I need to have like a different mod for this. I thought I had one prepped for you guys. Well, maybe it's this one. Testing? No. That's creepy, but not what I was hoping for. But anyways, join us for the hottest cooking show in the 9 Hells on June 22nd, 10 a.m. Pacific. Hell's Kitchen is going to be a D&D one-shot where demons and devils will compete in a cooking contest. Nothing like you've seen before. GM'd by me. I'm going to be GMing it with our renowned chefs and judges played by B. Zelda, Bentha plays Kai Bear, and our new cast member joining the Roll4 family, Jeremy Cobb. I've had the pleasure of playing with them in some other good, fun content pieces. So if you're curious, I would definitely check out some of their other content. They've done some really cool things with 3 Black Halflings and a lot of other channels as well. So please toss them some Roll4 love, whether it's on social or in the chat here. But we have a lot of fun stuff planned, and we also have a lot of other shows planning. Bentha and I have been busy, very busy bees. And of course, we do want to thank our supporter today, Jackson Decay. Thank you so much for supporting today's episode, Jackson. Let's get some roll love in chat for Jackson. If you want to become a supporter like Jackson and support an episode, you can head on over to our Patreon and become a legend tier or above supporter. But not only do you get to support an episode and help pay our lovely cast members, but you also get to play in a private GM'd game. Right now, our lovely GM is Kai Bear, and in the future, we'll have some new folks, so stay tuned for that. We also have our Fablecraft character sheets up there with our background, or not character sheets, but our backgrounds out there if you want to go check that out. There's also the background stories for Valtorn characters, if you haven't seen those yet. Although Mintala's is fake. It's a ruse.
An entirely fake one to keep up, to pretend that
you got to write the real
elemental.
one now. And
I did write that one too.
Okay,
so I should put that out there.
Yeah, you should put that out there. We will have some other Patreon goodies coming, but there's tons of them over there if you haven't checked them out before, and if you go back and watch some of our old shows as well. And if you would like to become a sub here on Twitch, you could use your Amazon Prime, if you're not using it for anybody else. That's, you can either give us money or Jeff Bezos gets some money, whichever you prefer, I suppose. And that will give you access to the VODs in advance as well as emotes. And you can also become a YouTube member and get get access to some of those emotes as well. And whether you're a YouTube member, Twitch subscriber, or a Patreon supporter, you get access to our private Discord where we always have great conversations. It's always a lot of fun, and you can ask us stuff. And sometimes we'll share some, secret tidbits here and there, or people are often ask like why a character specifically did something, or details from the GM about lore and things like that. So we do have some more fun, or theories. I'm always a lover of theories. Right now, there's a lot of people thinking Cade is the big bad, and we're headed back to see Kane, so we shall see. But there's a lot of non-monetary ways to support us. We know not everyone can support us in, the money's front, although that does keep the lights on here. There are a lot of other non-monetary ways to support us, like watching us live here on Twitch, making clips. Oh my gosh, so many good clips. I'm definitely gonna have to do some montages of like clips. That's I gotta figure out time to make some fun for that. Maybe as like a penultimate episode thing. We also you can watch us on YouTube, subscribe, like, comment over there. That helps boost the algorithm of the video, every interaction that you do over there. And then also following us on Twitter and Facebook, liking, sharing, retweeting, commenting, all those little things help us a ton. Even if you are like, hey, I don't have a lot of followers, it still does a lot for us because that interaction moves things forward and helps the algorithms push us to other people. And with that, I'm going to hand it over to our amazing GM, Kyber.
All right.
Yeah.
With that, the camera starts in a starry night, pushes through the clouds, coming down to the 210 freeway as our heroes are now driving away from a crashed plane. Heroes. We'll do quotes.
Yeah, I was like,
More
heroes?
appropriate
Are
with
we
that.
using the word heroes? I don't know.
Our protagonists, our main characters, we'll go with that. Driving down the 210 freeway with some friends in tow after a rough landing, after we had two curious people investigating a specific emerald inside the plane mid-flight. You have about 20 minutes-ish until you get into Los Angeles, get towards the gates of your home.
Listen, I know I'm bad at flying, or new to it, I guess. But whatever the hell that was, that wasn't my fault.
Yeah, that was a little bit of an accident we had. So the Emerald is a portal to the other universe, and we didn't consider what might happen if we tried to keep it safe inside a bag of holding.
Well, I didn't end up putting it inside there, but
Yeah, it really
trying to
didn't want to
keep it
go in
safe.
there, and that made the plane flip over. Weird physics stuff. Cade would understand.
yeah, it wasn't anything of your fault.
And I do want to say right now, the clown in the back speaks up. That was not a trick that I pulled. Okay. Promise.
It was
We're
not
out of
your
here.
fault.
We're all good now.
We'll take the blame for it. Or I will say. I'm the one who's trying to put it in the bag of holding. I thought it might be more safe.
I mean, honestly, if you did the trick like that, I'd be really concerned about your mental health because you'd have taken us all down with you.
Oh, you're right. That would have been hilarious. Well, next time.
All right.
The man in a long black cloak next to them. You're pretty odd. You're just really odd. And the more you talk, the more I realize just how odd you are. Well, I do wear a mask all the time and I dress in clown makeup, and we're way far from the circus now, so I don't even have to do this anymore. I just kind of like it now.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
might want to not do that.
Oh boy, you just try and stop me. At this point, this is basically my face now.
I hate clowns.
And we love you. Honk honk.
Don't. I'm just gonna drive.
Car pulls away off into the distance as you guys come and arrive to the gates of Los Angeles. You see a familiar face outside. Oh, hey! You guys made it. Welcome back, sir. How you doing? You see ammo rifle in his hands. Do you have the hat on or off?
It's off right now.
Mr. Spadina. Yeah. Just come right in. Did you guys see what happened down the road? Like a boom, and then like that area kind of lit up for a second.
There was a bit of an accident.
Yeah, it was a training procedure.
Oh, no worries. Say no more. Yeah, it's Mr. Spadina. Just go ahead and let him in. Yeah, that guy. Yeah, I didn't expect him either. Okay, come on in. Gates rumble open as they're dragged to the sides, and you guys are now within the city limits. Where would you like to go first?
I think we're dropping off this thing.
Zuka pipes up back. If it isn't too much trouble, I would like to go and see my parents. I can meet you at Cade's later. I could get my bike. I can meet you.
We can make a stop.
I
I mean,
haven't seen him in a while.
Mission accomplished, right? We just, yeah. You should be sick to go back.
That'd be great.
Yeah, you must be real homesick. If
One
it
request.
isn't
The
too much
longest
of a trouble for you, Chuck.
Oh, it's fine. I was just gonna say I want some of that French toast that we didn't get a chance to have, if possible.
Yeah, of course. Easy. You guys make your way. The diner owned by Azuka's parents. Before you can even stop the car, Azuka jumps out, runs inside. The late night crew is there. See the chef, Greggles, in the back. Azuka just runs in and hugs his mother. The very tender embrace. You see them talking on the inside before everybody can really get in. But as you ding open up the door to the inside, it's just a bunch of love.
You know, with him here again, it's almost like the devil isn't inside him anymore. But I know better.
Well,
I think Mantello tries to think of something to say, but is like, that's, I'm good. It just has a somber moment.
I believe this is where we will take our departing say. Thank you for getting us here.
Thank you all for your assistance. It was very helpful.
The dwarf kind of perks up. Oh, it was my pleasure. I've never flown like that. That was crazy. Who knew that metal could fly? I'm gonna have to try that. I think if I grab a piece of metal and run fast enough, I can jump and fly. I have
Maybe.
to try that. I think I can do it.
Hey, keep your noses clean here. Don't go around causing trouble. I don't want to have to bail you out.
Oh, friend, as the man in the long cloak looks at you, if I need to be bailed out of anything, I have royally messed up. But I appreciate the concern. Thank you. Starts walking back as the clown pulls the little clown car out of their pocket. They all pile in and off into the distance. You guys let Azuka have their moment as they're inside. And when you all come in and sit down at a booth, there is already French toast waiting for all of you. And I guess, who would like to roll for breakfast, for dinner? But it's still breakfast.
Should roll on Jack's sheet.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. What did they roll? Did they actually? Yep, they do
Yeah, they
have a breakfast roll.
We can't see it, so yeah, you'd have
Oh, 19.
Ooh, that's
Nice.
pretty sweet.
So close.
home court advantage.
Yep. You know what? You're right. You're right. Let's no, it's not as good.
I was saying the 19 is the representation of that, but an advantage wouldn't go amiss.
You know, I haven't been home in a while and I'm pretty tired, but I did really good. I feel it's not my best, but you know, we did just crash a plane in the background here. You did what? I didn't say that out loud. Nothing, Mom. No, we're fine. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'll be right back. Zuko runs to the back.
I've got a knife and I'm sawing the corner off one of the slices to make like a slice for me.
I think Kyoko's watching that in amusement.
You guys take a moment to look around you, and you see in the corners of the now replaced glass these little cracks that have come up from the first day that you are all together here. Look over to the corner booth, and you see the moment where, you know, Kyoko brushed up against Azuka's hand and saw them transform for the first time. Now, this is the place where Cade asked you to take Azuka across country to keep them protected from the Bone Devil Mafia that have taken its roots in Los Angeles. It's always odd to be at the end of a journey and to have that, oh, there's nothing left to do. And we just gotta take this back.
You feel like we've accomplished what Kate asked us, Min?
I think so. Wanted us to get the emerald, protect Azuka. We have. They're both back here safe and sound.
For some reason,
I mean,
it doesn't feel like it's over.
Well, what did he ask y'all to do? See, I wasn't here for what the initial agreement was between y'all.
Retrieve the emerald.
I'm here on my own accord.
Retrieve the emerald and deliver it to him. And then just make sure nothing bad happened to Azuka. Well, I mean, things did happen. Something's still going on between him and that devil, but he's still in control, at least. And
Well,
maybe
for
Kate can
now,
find a way to fix it.
Seems like it's progressing. If they're able to interact with things outside of...
Maybe the emerald is the key. If Cade can't fix it, then maybe he can get something or someone from the other side. I don't know what he's planning on doing with this thing, but I want to know. This is... Depending on what the emerald's capable of, this could change everything. I've never seen the other world. I was born after the tear. I don't even know.
Yeah, something I don't know if we quite shared with you in detail, Chuck. I think I used some of the magic of the emerald somehow. Not on purpose, but just from holding on to it. And I saw home. Not in the past, not in the future, but what I think my home looks like now.
We should make sure nobody touches it. That was what set it off. Maybe because Kyoko is from there. It's a different kind of connection. If I touched it, I don't know that anything would happen. There's no place over there I'm linked to, no people, really.
I mean, half of me is from there.
Yeah, so maybe you shouldn't, because it might use some of the power to like show you. I mean, I know you might want to see it, but we if this thing has a limited capacity, we've got to use it wisely. Cade will know the best thing to do.
And we should let Kate know whatever we know. They go into
Yeah.
it with as much detail as possible.
If he's got a way to put power into it, though, if that's possible,
To keep it.
you could probably do more than just see a glimpse. You could probably send things, retrieve things. Maybe even
Well, for my world,
make a
we have
bridge.
these portals that take you to different planes, to different areas in the world. Might be something that we could do. Imagine if we could make a portal from the old world to this new world. So people who want to go back home could. And then you could visit the Fae.
How many humans are over there right now wishing they could come back?
Well, it's been a bit of time that's passed. Some might not be alive anymore. Unless time has shifted and changed there. I suppose it actually depends on where they got dropped off. Because some places time is much slower than others. The old world is quite different than this world. Let's say that.
Do you think this portal could pull a being out of another person that's unwanted?
Well, that's not really what portals do, but
No, but if it's manipulated, say to rid somebody of a curse.
see, the thing is, back where I'm from, doing things like that is a little bit more to the norm. You can find somebody who can help you with something like that.
Somebody who could pull the devil out of Azuka.
Correct.
Maybe.
There might be somebody here in the new world, but like trying to find a needle in a haystack.
Because right now I'm just wondering why Cade would want such an object, if he even knew that it was capable of this.
I definitely have my questions about that as well. This seems like quite the powerful piece of an item. We may want to ask some more questions before we hand over such a thing.
Yeah.
Not that
No matter what, we made
I'm
a deal.
saying Cade is up to anything, but I don't know Cade. Not the way that you all do. I met him just in the moments before I decided to join y'all. And like I said, I'm here. I'm here for something else. And she kind of like looks back towards the kitchen where she sees Azuka and his mom kind of having this like hushed argument.
Well,
As you
I'm
look
here
back,
to
you actually
do a
see
job.
Azuka's mother like step forward into like the open window space that you can see into the back of the kitchen where all the meals come through, and she walks up and points and like says something, and then Azuka walks by. I just can't like just.
Well, I've got a job to do. I gave Kate my word that I'd protect Azuka and give him the emerald, so I'm gonna give him the emerald.
Well, I suppose then it might be me and you having a conversation then. See, I don't care what deals have been made prior. I care about what will happen if this gets into the wrong hands.
Well, I think Kate's hands are pretty good hands for it to be in. And safer than ours.
And why do you think that? See, like I said, I don't know Kane very well. So if you'd like to enlighten me.
I mean, in all fairness, I doubt he would have started shoving that emerald into a bag of holding, but
Well, he
That's
would know
me.
what it is. I don't. And I didn't.
I've worked with Kate for years. I trust him. He's never lied to me.
He's lied to other people. You've worked with him for years. What other kind of jobs has he had you on?
All sorts. He helps make sure I get paid. He connects me with people, or I do jobs for him. I go out and scavenge for materials, or sometimes I just do bodyguarding. And he knows people that I can be trusted to bodyguard for.
So you've fought for him before.
Yeah?
And Red,
To me,
who's kind
that's
of
no
been silent.
different than
You did
what poor
keep our
Chuck was
secret.
going on in regards to mafia. See, the thing for me is if someone ever asked me to kill on behalf of them, well, I wouldn't agree to that. My first time shooting this damn crossbow was with you all. It's not something that I want to do, nor would I ever think that I had to.
I didn't say I was a hitman. I did bodyguarding or I did scavenging. Sometimes when I was out scavenging, things attacked me and I fought them.
What I mean by that
Usually with
is-
the bodyguarding, no trouble happened because when you got a giant rock monster stood right next to you, no one really wants to mess with you. And that was kind of the idea.
I could see that. But there's things I've noticed along this journey traveling with you all. And is that you would not hesitate if you needed to. Whereas I would.
I agreed to a business arrangement, and I intend to honor my word, Kyoko.
I understand.
Doesn't mean we can't ask questions. After.
I intend to. Before.
Oh yeah, I want to know what Kate's doing with it. But whatever it is he's doing with it, I gave him my word.
Either way, he'll need a facility to do whatever he's going to do or use it in however way he chooses, so. It'd be nice to see Percy and settle up some things, but you guys are welcome to stay at the penthouse again if you like.
I think I'll be all right. I've got my shop here. And it's been a bit.
And at the beginning of all of this, Kay did set up a safe house close by to the diner before everything. So actually, the entirety of Mintala's apartment is inside the dollhouse that you had is now inside the house that is across the street.
Oh yeah.
I love that Mentala lives in a dollhouse. It's so great.
Still want a piece of merch. It's just Mintala sitting on a lawn chair next to a dollhouse saying like living large.
Inside of a normal size house.
Yeah.
Well, is this goodbye then? Until tomorrow?
I think it is. It's been a very interesting journey, and I've enjoyed y'all's company. If you ever need anything, well, you know where to find me.
You gonna come with us to see Kate?
Of course.
I figure that can wait till tomorrow, man.
Yeah.
All right then.
So seeing as you guys caused the plane to crash, and I have the most secure facility, is it okay if I carry the emerald?
Fine by me.
Kyoko would like to see if she thinks that, if she can tell if Chuck is trying to get it for other purposes, like beyond just keeping it secure, like read into what he said.
Okay.
Or potentially like
Ooh.
look into the future of what they might do with it. One or the other.
I don't want to set a DC here with something from Chuck, but what I want to do is have Tyler roll a d20. I want Kyoko to roll a perception check.
Well, it
And-
would be, if he's trying to deceive in any way, he would be doing
Exactly.
a deception roll.
Yes. But we don't want to know that. So what I'm going to say is Tyler rolls a d20, Kyoko rolls a
Well,
perception.
he can send it to you DM wise. It doesn't have to be public.
Don't tell us what it is that you are adding, but tell Maggie if they are successful.
Okay. So perception.
Yeah, and just give us the information necessary.
All right. 27.
And I'll leave that to you, Chuck.
What is my?
I mean, was it 27? You'd know, regardless. He's not hiding anything. There's a minor curiosity that you would pick up on, but he's not hiding anything.
Okay. I think with that, Kyoko will say, "You're not going to try to do any experiments with this."
Me? I'm no practitioner of magic.
But you are a maker of things.
Yeah. I tend to like to know what I'm messing with since, I had an explosion that bonded me with another being from another plane of existence.
You know, if you were from the old world, I think you'd make quite the artificer.
Maybe. But the most
Perhaps
I would
in
do
another
is
life.
maybe look at it closely, if I'm being honest.
All right. Kyoko will. She still has it wrapped, but she'll hand it to them wrapped. And when she does so, she's gonna put her hand on Chuck's and see if she can see into the future of what might happen.
Okay, go ahead and roll fortune telling.
18. The roll rolled so fast today. Normally, sometimes it's
I like it.
takes a while, and today it's just
Yeah.
zippy. I don't know what roll 20 has done.
Good job on upgrading your stuff.
Whatever you did, I like it.
With an 18, you try to glimpse into the future and you push into that site and you see Chuck getting in his car and driving away. You weren't able to get far enough to see anything,
All right.
or the connection is lost.
I guess she, touching his hand, as long as he was okay with that, when she hands it over, says, "Be careful with it. And I wouldn't make contact with it, because all I did was hold on to it for a moment. And, well, I think I used some of it up."
Don't worry. I'll keep it safe and I'll try not to touch it. But I'll see you guys in the morning.
Kyoko will nod, and she's going to stay and eat French toast and drink a coffee.
Man, I'm sure you can find the way to the penthouse if you forgot. You do
I
know
wish I
all
can
the
see
paths
it.
everywhere.
Or to the penthouse. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll find my way. Now I miss my own bed.
Oh, I bet you do. Nothing like sleeping in your own home.
Chuck will roll up a piece of French toast, stick it in his mouth like a cigar, and walk out the door.
And then Kyoko just shakes her head at that.
Then, as Chuck is leaving, gets into their car, you look back inside the diner, and you see the argument between Azuka and their parents come to an end as they embrace in the back. They get very happy and giddy that Azuka's home, and they turn on music throughout the entire diner as they start to laugh and tell stories about all of the funny things that happened along the way. As we follow Chuck in the car out towards the city. You guys want to get a brief summary of what you do with the rest of your night?
Chuck puts the emerald in his secure vault that's in the garage underneath his car lift.
Okay.
And
I'm in telling. Oh, go on.
I was going to say, and catches up with Percy.
So as you go in, the sliding gate goes up. You drive your car in. Immediately, you see the elevator start dinging its way down. Just ding, 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 coming from the penthouse as Percy, your butler, walks out and... Oh, sir, I was not expecting you. Oh, this is wonderful. Welcome home. How was everything?
It was good.
Great to hear.
As with every trip, things change. And with every trip, there's some financial settling that needs to happen.
Why did I expect this one to be any different than all of the others? Who will I be sending these random amounts of money to?
Good question.
You didn't keep track again, did you?
Not exact.
Well, if any debtors do come seeking finances promised to them, I will make sure that they are sent your way.
And when the train arrives, the new train.
New train? Oh, we're getting a train! Well, that'd be lovely.
We'll have some friends. There's a musician that, well, maybe we'll give them a nice fresh start in LA.
That is lovely. Should I put a name out with anybody? Can you give me a name for that?
Oh my God, why is it my...
Was
I
it-
know
was
it was
it-
funny.
Was it My Turnips?
Yeah, it was
Yep.
turnips.
I just wanted somebody else to say it.
I was like, I know it's something weird and I couldn't remember it.
So, My Turnips.
Mm-hmm.
Unique name. Definitely an eye grabber, a conversation starter on a billboard. Yes, I can see why you recommended them. Right from the get-go.
They're also attractive. I didn't know if you were
Ah,
interested in...
you finally deciding that's a good thing to pursue, or are you still...
No,
not
I'm
a-
saying
okay.
for you, maybe if you're interested. But
With what time, sir?
that's more of their decision too, so...
I barely have time to take care of you for Fellini, so I don't know if I could take care of another.
Yeah.
Guess we're all we have.
I
For
think
now.
we've made some friends this time.
You did have a caller asking about you as you guys walked together into the elevator. He's like, it's a lovely girl that you apparently had met at a gala as the doors closes. And the camera flies back out into the city night and telling Kyoko.
All right. I think Kyoko's heading back to where her shop is. I believe I rented that shop out, though.
You had the owner of the building take care of it if you were to not come back, I believe.
Yeah. So Kyoko will return and unlock the door with her key and go in and just, I think she stands in the space for a little bit and kind of takes a deep breath. And
There's always an oddity when returning from a long journey of seeing home again for the first time. The smell is new again. All the visuals are new again, but old at the same time.
I think for Kyoko this time it's a little different, primarily because she got to see her real home, like where she's really from. And I think she's pretty emotional because of that. And she will go she goes to a shelf and picks up kind of this odd object, and it's almost like a snow globe. And I think she kind of shakes it a little bit, and you see tears come down her face, and it's almost like she's casting a spell to kind of just look back at home.
The snow inside of the snow globe swirls and swirls and swirls until it coats the entirety of the outside of the glass sphere that you hold, and then it, bit by bit, falls away, and you have a bird's eye view of your old town with little, not perfectly distinguished individuals walking amongst it, almost like little animatronics. If you ever had those old Christmas sets where you had the Christmas village and there was the
Yeah.
magnets that pulled people around. It had changed to that. People in the village going back and forward along the street. Little shifting panels to show the waves along the coastline.
I think she'll place it on the desk and pull out some parchment and a quill. She begins writing a letter.
You want us to fade out there?
Yeah.
As the strokes of a pen start echoing into this empty room. Camera goes out again and it flies over to the smallest yet biggest members of our team.
I think we head over to the safe house that Kate set up that has the dollhouse in it. A mentologist sort of runs in and it's like, finally. Like as he's in like a place his scale for once.
You
and he
walk
can
through a
go
door
up like
your size.
Yeah,
the
yeah, go
kitchen,
through
your
go
size.
through Mentola-sized doors and walk up stairs that are Mentola scaled and just as a nice chill lounging at home evening as Red enjoys the whole rest of the safe house.
He goes into the kitchen. Oh, did you see what they have in here? Yeah, a lot. As you hear a plate smash in the background. Oh, I didn't do that.
It's fine, you could eat it.
Just hear crunching sounds off in the distance. And to the sound of crunching plates. Anything else?
I'm good.
Camera pulls out into the sky. Stares off into the horizon as you see behind them in the diner Azuka dancing and some people who are coming into the diner. There's a little bit of a jovialness as food is being brought out. Azuka tired, but not wanting to be away from the family that they left. Camera goes up. Time passes quickly. The sun rises. We see Chuck in the basement of their penthouse, getting the car ready to go and pick everyone up. Well, sir, I do hope you have a fun first day back planned.
I mean, I actually slept in my bed, Percy.
Were you sleeping on the couch the entire time?
No. Very obviously lying.
You can't lie to me, sir. You can try, but come on. I know you too well for that.
Percy Gio's alive and in Chicago.
For all this time.
Best to keep the security up to date.
Yes, we will double the guards at security. Gio is a friend, no? This should be... You sound somber. Ah. That is sad. We will do what we need to do. I am
That
sorry,
said,
sir.
I think it's time to finish this journey we've been on, you know? Not me and you.
All hats need to be hung up eventually.
Yeah.
Well, I will take care of everything else. You focus on your day. Welcome back, sir.
Thank you, Percy. For everything.
Always. Turn around, walks out. You get into the car, and there is a nice fresh glass of lemonade waiting in the cup holder next to you. drive out to the streets. Go and pick up Mintala. Go and pick up Kyoko. You guys are now all together driving up to the Griffith Observatory. Cade's arcane establishment that he has been gifted from the city, which is the headquarters for all of his arcane testing, where he taught Azuka how to do everything that they now do as a magus. Any conversation for the road?
I think Kyoko's kind of quiet.
I think everyone's quiet.
Yeah, I think
Mm.
Chuck. It's pretty silent. It's like,
What's the mood? Because this is something that it's like, it's the last thing you guys are required to do together, if anything.
Yeah, I think
Is
Kyoko's
there-
quiet to start, but if she notices that everyone else, like there is a vibe, she will try to lighten the mood.
I think
Um,
Mentala's not like a sad quiet. He's just like a content quiet. He's like, did it.
mm,
We're good. Nothing else to say. We're just on our way to, put a bow on it.
It's like, you know,
What
you're
about
quitting the
Chuck?
job and you're on your last day of work, but you still have to, talk to your
Yeah.
coworkers potentially for the
It's
last
like
time.
satisfied with a job well done, curious about what's to come, but there's nothing much to say. Just waiting to see what happens next.
what about Chuck? Is it like a content quiet or?
I think he's focused on finishing this and contemplative, so he's a bit pensive.
Hmm.
But I don't think there's any sort of emotion in particular. It's just kind of like, when you walk a long distance and you get to the end of the trail when you can finally see your car, it's kind of that kind of feeling from hiking. It's like it's been a great journey, but it's time to wrap things up. Walk that home stretch.
Okay. I think Kyoko will be quiet. Kyoko's quietness seems like she's sad. And you might be able to pick up on that if you care, or if you're not really in tune with your emotion, what emotions she's displaying. That's okay too. That's up to you.
If you don't understand yourself, can't understand me, okay?
Hey, like some people are just not. They don't really like look at that or care or are like really empathetic towards that. So, but that's what Kyoko's doing. But I think after time has passed and it's quite quiet, I think Kyoko will say, "Well, what's next for you both?"
I don't know. On to the next job, I guess. Though this one paid pretty well, so I'm gonna be good for a while.
A little vacation then.
Yeah.
That sounds lovely.
For me, I think it's putting the past to bed. One way or another.
Did you have time to think about what I said?
Haven't stopped thinking about it.
I'm still holding on to it. When you make that decision, I'll be there for you.
I appreciate it. Sometimes it's.
Man, you don't
nice
know
to
what
have
we're
it-
talking about.
Yeah, Min's a little bit confused, but he's like they're having a moment between them. There's no need for me to stick my oar in.
Gotcha.
Red just leans over. I don't get it.
It's fine. It's fine.
Oh, all right.
Perhaps maybe this is a decision I don't make and let it come to me.
That's one way to let things move forward, I suppose. Let them go exactly how they want them to,
Yeah.
not the way you want. See, I guess it's a decision you have to make for yourself. Things will happen around us no matter what we do, but our actions shift, change, sway. Why, just going around a corner or opening a door, that can change everything. Stopping for a moment. When you think about it, time is a fickle thing.
Such is life.
Hugo will kind of like force a smile a little bit, like a, like a side smirk, and then goes back to looking out the window. She's like using one of her towels as kind of like a pillow, and she's like looking out the window.
Such a perfect use for those. Having like a permanent pillow that you can always. Jealous.
Yeah, homie.
Excuse me. I know what that's like.
I do. Oh, wait. Car makes its way up the windy road to the front lawn of the observatory, the large statue that's in the middle of this elongated courtyard. That leads onto the twin side bubbles and the large telescope in the center overlooking the entirety of the city. As you roll up, a couple of different crystals, boom, 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 light the path towards the giant front doors of the observatory.
You know, if I didn't know better, I'd think Kate has the best place in LA.
Why would you say that?
I mean, he's probably got one of the best views.
Depends on what you want to look at.
Fair enough.
Kyoko will smile, and she's gonna get out of the car.
You guys all make your way out, walk to the front doors, give a knock onto the giant metal, try to open it. Oh. Swings open.
Kyoko will walk in. Does she get any feelings when she touches the door? Or like sees anything?
Not used very much, actually.
Interesting.
Cade has a habit of just kind of appearing where he wants to be.
I think Kyoko walks through the door and says, my guess is that he doesn't use that door very often, does he?
I mean, would you if you could just teleport around willy-nilly and invade people's privacy?
Cade, you here?
Say out into an empty hallway. In front of you is a large dial with a pendant hung to the top of the ceiling that is kind of rocking with the curvature of the earth. On one side, you have old science exhibits. On the other side, images of the moon. The sound echoes through and he goes, "Oh, wait, yeah? Oh, people." You hear the tink, tink of a cane walking up the stairs as Cade makes his round in the front corner around you. "Oh, you guys are back quickly. But this..."
You weren't expecting us
"Where's
this fast?
Suzuka?"
Kyoko waves.
He's
her.
safe. He's here. He's back with his parents.
I think he's
Okay.
a little homesick. This journey was not one for him.
Man, you guys ruined my prank. I was gonna tell him he's dead. I shot him in the head.
I'm very
gonna give
glad
the
you
poor man a
ruined that
heart
prank.
attack.
Yeah.
That might have been too far even for me.
When you see Cade this time, he actually, the arcane arm that he normally has when he's out and about is non-functioning. It's off at the moment. So he just has one flapping sleeve to his side. Just, come on down. Were you able to get everything? Was it a success? Please tell me. As you
It
guys
worked.
are walking together down into his sanctum.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a bumpy road at certain points. We ran into some trouble here and there, but Zuka's back, safe and sound, and we got the emerald. And I think it's what you're looking for.
Yeah?
I think we both looked to Chuck.
Oh, that thing? That's locking secure in Betsy for the moment.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, it's.
Well,
You thought there was
let's go
something
get
to
it.
do. Yeah. So let's go. So you thought it was something to do with the tear, and maybe you could do something about that. Well,
What are you planning
there's some
to
kind
do
of.
with it?
Study it, to be honest. The entire theory is based off of this, the formation of gemstones along ley line structures. And if you track the way the tear happened, it almost perfectly mirrored what the ley lines were like at the time of the tear. You know, they shift and move, almost recreating themselves. It's almost like
I
this.
saw it when they pulled it out of the ground.
Really?
She nods.
Oh. I have some questions about that. If the question of where specifically is necessary, I wonder if I could get more. Do you know, if I give you a map, would you be able to place it? Or is it like you saw the tree? Like,
I don't know. Sometimes I can find things, but I'm more concerned about what you're going to use it for. See,
oh, right.
Mentala and I found that it's something powerful. It
Yeah,
could
flip the
link our
airplane
worlds
upside
together.
down.
Wait,
Chuck, what was that?
what?
Then flip the airplane upside down.
You were in an airplane?
Oh yeah, no, that's how we got back so quick. It's the whole thing. It crashed though. We don't have it anymore.
The train situation was, well, the train's fine, but
There was a train
Until the
too.
mafia takes it over in
there was a
Chicago.
chance it could have blown
To
up.
Chicago. Trains, planes, and mafiosos. Okay. This is definitely an interesting story.
It was a dangerous travel. But we're here.
Expectedly dangerous. But I had faith in you guys.
So
Did well.
the emerald.
Yeah.
The emerald seems like it's a link to the other world.
Already?
Well,
was
maybe
gonna say
not
it's
a
a link
link,
to-
but it's something that could be used to link the worlds, maybe. I was able
thought-
to see something. I wasn't trying to use it, to be fair. I just picked it
No
up.
fooling.
It could
And she
be a
picked it
link
up
to
and
the
she
past.
saw. She picked it up and she saw her home. Now she thinks.
You were able to see a row and you saw the old... Whew.
But
I would very
when
much like to get this emerald now.
we have to be careful. When she did that, it used up a lot of like its energy. I could tell it sapped a lot. So I don't know if you've got a way of like putting more power into it, but otherwise there's only so much it can do.
I will get on that first thing tomorrow. That's wonderful. Can
So
we-
you're intending to research this. So you don't
Yes,
really know
of course.
what it does or how it's going to help Mentala or help Azuka then.
Zuka, no, this is a project. I'm trying
It's its
to
own
find
thing.
a way to
But
Then what was the point of bringing that kid along?
get him out of the city.
And then we bring him back?
You are here early, but I do have everything that was a danger ends today. Which now that you all are here, if you are up to it, I could use some help.
What do you
I
mean
found
all of that ends today?
the the Bone Devil Mafia that had attacked us at the diner. I found their base
And how's that going to help Azuka?
by not having a Bone Devil Mafia in the city.
Yeah, they're after him. It'll get him off his back.
What if someone else tries to get on his back?
So I found out
What
that
about
actually
getting the
that
thing
actually
out
wasn't
of
true.
him?
Turns out they're after me. That's my bad.
Oh. But
Yeah.
I
I couldn't risk
are you
them
sure?
finding. So what they are doing is they are binding the spirit and the energy of an Ozolith, a bone devil, that they have kept somewhere. Taking that energy and putting it into their made men to make them have these extraordinary abilities. So, I did not want them to find somebody like Azuka who has bonded with the entire entity. Because the things that they would do to him if they had captured him.
Hmm.
It's way too great a threat to have him around.
Do you think they would do the snoo?
What?
I think everyone looks at Chuck like, what?
Did everyone in and out of character?
And the audience as well.
Was that some new torture that you had discovered along the way? Like death by snoo? Was that?
I think he's trying to make light of things.
Oh. Sorry. I haven't had a lot of humor in the past couple of weeks.
So the
Probably
devil
not the
guys
best
weren't
moment
after
for it either.
the devil guys weren't after Azuka at all. They just like it was just a coincidence.
They followed us. They found us along the way.
Yeah, we go. There was another devil that showed up like on the journey that was also after Azuka. So we thought it was like a whole thing.
Not to mention the demon in Chicago.
Their
Yeah,
name was
well, that's demon. That's
Roland.
different. But like they also were. Yeah. Yeah,
Or at
was
least
there
that's
was
what
a
they
devil
call
called
themselves.
Roland. He used like chains and stuff.
He had an English name.
Well, that's
We
what
might
he
have had a
called
different
himself.
name, but he called himself Roland.
Okay.
And there was a demon called Nemesis. Maybe they weren't a demon. Maybe it was a person that ate a demon, but I think it was just a demon.
There was something
Sure, they
that
did talk
it said,
about
though.
something
It
like
said
that.
something along the lines of like, the little ping you sent me was very helpful. So maybe there's something that Azuka did that drew its attention.
Maybe.
Or the
Hmm.
Duke, since apparently it can slap me in the face if it wants to.
Yes, things are escalating for our friend Azuka. It appears that
Yeah, we-
whatever
What?
is in them is now able to move objects outside of Azuka.
Yeah, Zuka's probably not the same person that he was when he left.
I have been a little worried about them.
That is
they've been-
concerning.
A
Yeah,
little
we-
different than normal.
We kept them safe, but they've been interacting with the devil.
He's been doing these strange meditations every morning, too. While I do mine,
And no one stopped this. Sent you along with him to stop this kind of behavior.
We were on the road. There was only so much we could do. It's nothing
Tell him not to-
happened. It just
here's the problem. Before we could say anything, he had already made a deal with them. Yes, and I did explain how dangerous that was. But
That boy.
far too late.
Listen, Cade, you gave us a liability on a journey that was treacherous.
That you are more than capable of taking care of.
we got Azuka back safe, alive, still in control of their own faculties. It's just they made some choices along the way.
I'll have
I didn't have to put a bullet in him, so you should be happy about that.
I'm
And they might
very
not
happy
be
about that.
very happy with
That's-
you. The omission
that's
of
the A
some
plus one.
information is not, not taken kindly sometimes.
Certain it wouldn't. What do you refer to?
Seems like Azuka might not have known everything.
Yes, it all happened when he was a child. I wouldn't remember either. We can talk about this. I can talk to Azuka about this. Can we get the emerald? As you guys arrive to the car.
He's being very pushy about the emerald. Does it seem odd? Like, is he being weird about it?
You can always roll.
Yeah. What would you like me to roll for that?
Perception.
Perception?
Trying to get an insight. Sense
27.
motive.
27 is my number today.
Dude. It's nothing of ill intent. It's, this thing is right in front of me. I've been wanting it for a while. I'm hearing about this while talking and doing things. It's not the, I don't want to talk about it, but I'm doing multiple
Like I'm
things at
changing
once.
subject just to get to the thing. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. That's what I was worried about because I was like, what's happening here? But
Yeah. It's like a person with ADD. It's not malicious when they try to change subjects. It's just that's on their mind.
yeah, and we got up to the vehicle. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Then Kyoko will await Chuck opening the thing. Or do you want us to look away? Can't see how you do it.
It's hidden in some contraption.
He just opens the trunk, takes out a few things, pulls out a panel, and pulls it out of the side.
Cade takes his hand out for it. Do you give it to him?
Yeah, it's wrapped. Still in the same wrap that Kyoko had it in.
Takes it out. It's like, you wrapped it. Interesting.
Because Kyoko touching it was what used some of the power, so we're being careful.
Oh. You see his eyes flash purple. He looks at it. Interesting. There is planar energy kind of coursing through the center. Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, this is beautiful. Guys, this is... And he takes it as he starts walking back towards his sanctum. This possibly be a gateway. If done proper, I think I can get us back to Arowan.
Think you could build just a permanent portal or something?
I have absolutely no clue.
And then
Right.
everyone who has ever wanted to go home or see the other world could do it.
If they can get to Los Angeles.
People would.
Yeah, I bet they would. I mean, I'd
My
give
worry
anything to
is
see my
that-
family again.
If you build something like that, she kind of looks around as if she's looking at something, but it's not really. She's looking up. Is that other people might be interested in taking that and monetizing it or controlling it in some way. So as much as I want to go home, see my family again, I think we need to be careful with whatever you do with this.
Exactly. But the wonderful thing is, once we get something from Arowan that's there now and has traversed through a portal to here recently, then we can get... It's like a tuning fork. We know the frequency, which means we can calibrate our spells to it, which means anybody could. All you need is a piece of the place, something from there that you're able to associate. When you shift through planes, you're not jumping to another place. Everything is happening all around us all the time, constantly.
Well, there are spells like that. They allow you to kind of grab things from other places. I can see that being something that's possible.
He looked at
You'd
his
have to
arm
find a
and his leg. He goes,
wizard or sorcerer who has that type of magic.
I know. I've tried. And it cost me. This pats his shoulder. When I
What
first
did you
arrived here,
do?
I tried to go home. And this torrent of planar energy swarmed in as I was halfway shifted through and tore me apart.
Go home? You're from the old world?
Oh, yes. I spent hundreds of years there.
Where?
It's an elven city in the northwest of this main continent.
Would I know that continent?
Yeah, it's one of the major cities. It would be Kael Nora.
Hmm. Well, I know where that is. I grew up in Azure Wind Harbor.
Oh,
Doesn't exist the same way as it did before. It's flooded.
not far, but not close. But I left family behind, and I'm more than eager to go home.
I did as well.
Yeah, me too.
You see, like, a bit of tears sort of form as, like, the possibility of seeing his family again.
Kyoko will, like, put their hand on his shoulder if they allow and kind of just says, "It's going to be all right. We'll see them
I
again
hope so.
someday." She says that, but she's not really sure. I think she will try to, like, look into his future to see if he will see them again someday.
Ooh, roll fortune telling.
Ooh, 13. Thought I had spell for something like that too. Oh, I think it's
Did
only
you do your
immediate,
daily roll?
more immediate future.
It's the next
yeah, I
day.
need to
Did
do
you
my-
It is the next day.
Daily roll, yeah. Oh, okay. Well, that's a good one because if I roll a 4, I definitely want
Yeah.
to re-roll a 4.
Oh, geez.
Okay. Yeah. The other thing, the spell I have is for short-term fate, so that's not going to help him here. All right. The 13
Well.
then. Wait, we have a hero point, right? No, I should save that. We're going to be going into something
You
dangerous.
do have a hero point if you would like to spend it.
No. I don't know what's going to happen. We still got... He said we're going to go in and beat some
If you want
demons
to
or
join me.
something. Bone
That's-
devils.
So he's walking back inside. You guys are heading back into the sanctum, going downstairs to his study. Again, I would very much appreciate your help. I'll, increase the payment of what I would give you guys to 750 gold apiece. I mean,
Oh,
it's being
yeah,
paid for
we
by
can
the
help.
city.
Definitely. Easy.
Yeah,
I'll help.
perfect. Wonderful. What
Well,
If it
another
gets
one of those
Zuzuka to a
last
safer
resorts.
place, that's what I'd like to do.
What was that, Chuck?
How about another one of those last resorts?
I don't know if I have the time to make another one of those. Did you end up using it?
Did
Oh,
Yeah, there's
Did it work?
something troubling happening.
well,
In
one dude
Chicago.
lost an arm.
you shot it at a person.
No,
It was more like a tree.
You
Big
used
tree
magic on a
monster.
tree. Oh, monster. Okay.
Yeah, no,
that's fine.
It was a very big, scary monster causing a lot of trouble. It was a good use of the thing.
Oh, perfect.
I
I
don't
was
think
really
it'll be
hoping
the
you guys
last.
wouldn't have to use that, but I know some crazy things are out there.
I don't
and I
think
re- I
it'll be
really
the
only had
last
time.
of those tree folk, though.
Yeah,
You
Chicago's
used my
in a bit
bullet
of.
to make something extinct?
I don't know. It wasn't quite like that. There is maybe a war in Chicago now between the mafia and a dryad.
Huh.
It wasn't our fault. It happened. It was going to happen anyway. We ended up in the middle of it.
Are you sure it didn't have anything to do with y'all? When you
There
came
was
back
Ace.
to the cafe, I
Ace
saw
flipped
some
it.
interesting things from the three of you.
They were like stealing like fairy powder to make drugs or whatever it was. That was what caused the problem. It wasn't us. We were just there.
Of course,
It
they'd
is
start
true.
making dust here.
They were doing something. It was making
Ugh.
them float or something. That's what they were saying. I didn't see it myself.
well, that was the set. Min went inside the tree I'd blame Min.
Yes.
In the end, me going in the tree made no difference. It didn't care what I thought.
I am going to need a drink for the rest of this conversation of your trip because, my God.
For this help that you need, change
Yes.
the subject from whatever this is.
Yes.
The Bone Devils. What's your plan?
Well, I know where their base is. It's somewhere there. They have a Bone Devil bound. I was able to acquire this information from somebody that I had apprehended. So we know that there's a ritual of becoming part of the family, and sometimes it doesn't go so well, so...
You did speak with Dead, didn't you?
No, I just captured one of the mafiosos.
Do you still have them?
Oh no, they were given over to the police.
Right. Do you have anything they had on them?
Let me see. I did keep a shard of a bone.
Well, that might be helpful.
Sure. He goes over to a desk, opens up a little box, pulls it out. So this actually came off of one of the spines, but it's all I got.
Kyoko will put out her hand and take it, and she kind of puts her other hand over it and closes her eyes, and she's just going to kind of try to first see what she senses from like emotions, and then she's going to try to see if she can tell future, past, present, something from it. So she's going to first read its like psychometric resonance.
You get pain, hunger, desire, frenzy, all of these very base emotions.
Oh, weird. And then I will roll fortune telling.
Go for it.
30. Ooh.
Okay, with a 30, which I believe for you is like a super high roll. 19 on the die. Okay.
Not quite a nat 20, but close.
So close. You see a ritual chamber, this marble slab that has these obsidian inlays on it that have this infernal script that goes along the outside, that goes off and down to this cobblestone floor that goes up into these bookshelves of this dark oak that's around with these different wall sconces. There is a door on the far side from what you can see and a staircase behind you. You see a 5'9" woman with this long black hair laying on this marble slab in this like ceremonial garb. And this red energy is channeled through a crystal that is above the door on the far side and shot into this red crackling energy, very similar to what you've seen with on Azuka on occasion, this red crackling energy. Normally when Azuka is like channeling the magic, it's this black lightning. But when it's this pure demonic form or devilish form, it's this red that gets shot into the person's body onto the marble slab. And you see that their spine starts to jut out this bone as the mandibles of their face rip the skin off and form this like hard carapace on the outside as she's infused with this energy. It fast forwards a little bit to them outside in the street, and she's dressed to the nines as she steps out of a car, and police surround them. And Cade is there, puts up a hand, and she just wobbles side to side and falls over. The next thing you wake up and you are on top of a ceiling with your hair going towards the floor with a chair bound, gravity reversed. As Cade is beneath you. So we're going to talk about a few things. Vision fades. And here they are.
Do you have a parchment?
Closes his eyes, snaps and points, and 3 pieces of paper fly towards him from the far side of the room. Catches it. Here.
Yeah, and I think because of how well this roll went, Kyoko, similar to like last time when I meditated with you, Mintala and Azuka, which Chuck was not there for in the park, Kyoko, even though she's not sitting this time, she's standing, kind of like lifts a small bit off the ground. Unless her tails kind of almost have like this blue tinge to them. And then when she opens her eyes, everything goes back to normal. And she just starts drawing the room that she saw.
That was fascinating. Do they do this often? He kind of speaks over to Mental and Chuck.
She's done it before, but it's pretty rare.
Oh,
I don't know. This is the first time I've seen her draw.
there you go. First time for everything.
This is the room I saw. And she kind of describes it again, so we don't have to re-describe it, but she will describe what she saw in the room and like kind of draw like where the door is and where this thing is. Would that be what you're looking for?
Yes. Okay, so a staircase going down, so it's a 2-story mansion. That would mean it's either in a unseen basement level or on the first floor, but that wouldn't be only if it's not connected to other rooms, because maybe that's a door to, could be an upstairs. He starts rattling off all of these potentials of, this is obviously a ritualistic chamber. You can see these, this inscription here is talking about the bone of my enemy becomes the bone of my sword, and it's talking about an ozolith, and this is interesting. Okay. Wow, this is amazing. Yes, okay. We're looking for a hidden structure somewhere underground or on the first level that doesn't have any connecting rooms except for on these 2 opposing sides. So if we find doors that are corner catty to one another, it can't be that. Which means that if we take a look at the blueprint, that would be either in the northwestern side. I think I know where it is.
Where?
According to the blueprints, the only section of the house that would have something similar to this in a place that would be open to basement structure. In the top left. I don't know what it's used for. I only saw the walls. So if we go to, if we consider the front door the south and the backyard the north, it would be in the northwest corner. Oh, that saves us a lot of time.
Perfect.
All right, then.
Amazing what you can do. Did you just scry?
No. Well, here's the thing. It might not be exactly like what I saw.
Oh.
Sometimes I see things that are there, and sometimes they're not. Like a time that could have happened but didn't. So I wouldn't completely rely on this drawing, but I'm feeling strong about it.
Yeah, building layout shouldn't change much between like timelines. So
Yeah.
And I saw her, the one that y'all captured.
Ah. Yeah.
The woman with the long black hair.
Yeah. She's in police custody now.
Well, that's reassuring. Then maybe the vision will be helpful after all.
I think so. Oh, great job. What we were going to do, I was going to head over soon. Is there anything you guys need to prepare?
I think before we go in, I'll have some things to do.
Sure. What do you need?
It's more of what you all need.
How can I help?
I think me and Red are ready to go.
Just some some buffs that will help you all.
I got 2 hands and triggers to pull. I'm ready to rock and roll.
All right then.
So we're good. All right, well, let me get things ready. As he takes a step into the center of his sanctum, he goes over to a little panel and kind of leans heavily onto the can on one side and kind of pops his right leg off. Kind of sets it off to the side. As he concentrates for a second and he starts to emit this purple energy, he kind of shifts his shoulder as these little strips of metal fly off of the wall and scale up into this kind of half floating arm. And the same thing goes over to his leg and kind of sets the cane down. Okay, shall we?
Kyoko will nod and be intrigued by what's happening here.
It's strenuous to maintain at all times, so only when I'm gearing up. Should be good
Understandable.
for a couple of hours.
Let's do
Alright.
this.
Autobots roll out.
Roll out. Well, do we want to take Betsy, or I could get us there quickly?
This is your thing. If I can keep Betsy out of the line of fire, I'll take it.
Well then, everybody hold hands. Kind of walks
I
over.
hold hands.
I feel like I have to hold all of Min. How do I?
You
Just like
probably
one
just
little finger.
are holding Min, and then Min has a handout which, like, Red is delicately holding between 2 rocks.
Aw, that's cute.
I love it.
Yeah, I guess then Kyoko will hold hands with whoever else is left.
Okay. So, take a deep breath. And on 3. 1, 2, and right there, guys, as the entire world kind of spins around you and speeds off into existence, and then the world shifts violently and just explodes out and then comes back together rapidly as you are now standing in the street across from a large mansion in a section that Chuck would actually know is one of the more affluent sections of Malibu.
Does that affect me in any weird way because of my...
We are affecting space, which does have
Yeah.
quite a relation to time.
Yeah.
Roll me a fortitude save. Actually, everybody roll me a fortitude save for your first teleport.
I rolled it for myself, whether I was going to puke or not. So
17.
I'm going to say Kyoko and Mintala feel heavy nausea coming out of it, and you can decide if you want your character to just off to the side.
I think 17's good enough that, like, I keep it down, but it's not a fun time.
I think Kyoko's is less of a vomit and more of a, you kind of see her kind of shifting in space, like almost like it looks like she's gathering herself in one place. And
Distorted after images
Yeah.
in multiple, like almost layered next to each other, but on top and kind of like fading back into singularity.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like
more
a
that.
teleportation is such a pivot point of possibility that
Yeah.
there's like a million things that could happen, and for a second you have to hone in on the thing that happened, which is you got there.
Yeah, it's like the 3 different ways that I could have like landed are all shifted together, and like my tail could have been like this space, but because I landed this way and my touch of this, like it's just slight differences like that.
You have, for one moment, you have 18 tails that then suddenly like collect into the 9.
Yeah, like that.
Perfect. Then with that, you guys look up and goes, oh, I meant for us to be down that way. Well, this is the house. So we know that there's quite a few guards on the inside. Are we okay with that? Okay with a little violence today?
Okay with it? No, but if it comes to that, I will hold my own ground.
I'm ready.
Okay. Well then, do you guys want to lead the way or do you want me to?
I mean,
Chuck, this is really more your specialty.
Let's see. This is the door in.
So what you guys have in front of you is a 9-foot cobblestone wall with wrought iron filigree spikes on the top that goes around the entire compound. There is a very ornate gate on the front side that leads to the long driveway that goes up to a 4-pillared front door with a 2-story mansion in this like very polished white marble or a very well painted, maintained front. Goes about, I don't know, 200 feet back. It's a beautiful mansion. There is a hedge maze on one side with a fountain in the center that leads off to these different posts with crystals on top that give off this just light as you're going through. You see just patrolling guards, 2 at a time, sometimes 1. Some people just standing out. You see some of them have guns, some of them don't at all. Some people you can see as... actually, everybody roll me a perception check if you want to get more. I'm getting a little excited.
I'm like typing notes. 24.
23.
Ooh.
29.
We are ready. Our eyes are on the prize.
Perfect.
Roll a
With the
19.
23 and 24, you're able to see the guards in their patrol routes on the outside. You see that there's one inside the hedge maze. You see that there's one person always standing at the front right of the door into the main house. With a 29, you are able to see about, every now and then guards patrolling inside from window to window. You don't really see them altering that, so you see it seems like there's a complete internal structure. At least you can walk around the top floor in a perfect ring. So you think that the staircase is probably in the center.
I will relay that.
I can
Yeah, I relay what part of that I see.
Okay.
I feel like it's like
I
we
can
each
definitely-
say different parts. I love it.
Well, I can definitely create a diversion and draw some attention one direction. Throw them off a little bit.
What are you thinking?
It's an old trick to get inside the gate. That way we don't have to all climb the fence.
All right. So what's this trick? Mind sharing with the rest of the class?
I would be fascinated to hear this.
I mean, it's pretty
I could
simple,
run up.
really.
Reg goes, I could open the gate.
I mean, it's pretty simple. You just kind of sneak in behind them, whistle. They kind of recognize that, you don't look familiar, and take them out quietly, and then open the gate from the inside. It's a pretty simple procedure.
Aggressive stealth.
Yeah.
If we can keep it quiet, then that helps us out. But if that doesn't work, then Red can smash the gate.
It's not really my forte. I'll let you have at it then, Chuck.
Not gonna lie, I thought we'd be climbing a wall. Stealthy in a way. No. Front gate, let's do this.
I mean, you think that giant mountain of a man right there is going to be stealthy?
The choices of a summoner and their eidolon is up to them.
I could desummon Red till the opportune moment if we want. It'll take a bit of time in the moment to resummon.
That's a call for you to make.
Yeah, sneaking inside makes sense. Just know they'll hear us and have to come running in anyway, unless you got something to lock the door behind us. But either way, we got to find our way out at the end. How sneaky are you guys? I know I could do it.
Like I said, not my forte. I could probably sneak around on my own quite a bit, but not in the sense of what you were saying, sneaking up behind somebody and murdering them. That's not something that I do.
Actually, Red is really sneaky because we share skills and I have a really high stealth, so even though his stat is bad, he does have a really high stealth.
Well,
Very good
if you
at not
guys
being seen.
want to climb the fence, we can sneak our way to the center.
Yeah.
I'm used to doing this by myself, so having other people.
Of course,
different
this
concept.
might aid us a little bit. He sticks his hand out, opens it up in front of you guys as purple energy swirls up into his palm. It expands out into this dodecahedron, into a triangle, into a cube as this script starts to get written on it, and he slams it down and pushes it onto the floor as this purple ring comes out, and all of you start to feel lighter. And so now you guys lose your weight by half for this moment, and you have a +5 to any stealth roll.
Cool.
Oh, nice.
I don't know about
This
the
might
climbing
make us a little
part,
bit
but
lighter
stealth
on our
part,
feet.
think
I mean,
we're
it's
okay.
if we're lighter, we should be able to get over the wall as well.
Easily.
Yeah. All right. So I'm assuming
how much
acrobatics
strength
and
you
then
got.
stealth.
I think climbing is strength, right? Not, it's
Climbing is
athletics.
athletics, depending on how you're trying to get up.
I mean, Chuck's gonna just wall kick to over the fence.
Yeah, my strength is terrible, but I could just hang on to somebody else or jump up and use the boots.
I'm going to use my inside ropes, and my tail is going to extend over and pull me up.
Even though it is just the
but
tail.
the name is just like,
Yeah, it's like the way you use it is totally fine, but it's called inside ropes.
I think it was
No
somebody
one
just
should
reaching
ever
into
utter
their
the words
guts.
inside
It's supposed to be you
rolling
reach
their
into your
intestine.
guts and you pull it out your.
I know, and so I
Like
think
a
about it
piston.
every time.
I use my tail extension. We can rename it.
Tail ropes.
extension. Tail ropes. I'll use my tail ropes.
Perfect.
Uh,
With that, you guys get to the top. Chuck, go ahead and roll me in acrobatics. You get up there. I don't think you don't need a 30 to get up like a 9-foot
30,
cobblestone
yeah.
wall, but
Jeez.
yeah,
That was
You-
19 on the die.
definitely hop up into one of the pillars in between, push off of that to get to the top and just pull yourself up. Mintala kind of walks up an invisible staircase to get to the top of it. You see Cade walk over to the side and just kind of reach up a hand. If anybody would mind.
Oh, he wants help. I'll extend my tail down.
Look at me.
I'll extend my tail down to let them.
Grab his hand and he is able to pull himself up with that. Okay.
Should Red make an athletics?
Does he need to? I guess, yeah. Yeah, roll me in athletics.
Oh, 15. That was terrible. He rolled a 4.
He reaches up to the top and just, oh no. And his hand like cracks at one point and he falls to the ground and makes a loud thud. Everybody roll stealth.
Oh,
Oh,
my God.
no. I'm sorry.
28.
25. Is
29.
Red rolling stealth as well? Or is-
Yeah. I guess it would
Okay.
be.
We all
I'll
have the
put my-
+5.
27.
Right? So I have
I'll
a
put my tail
34.
down to let them have an easier time climbing.
Okay.
It should lower the
So-
AC.
For the 27 on stealth for Red, he falls to the ground, hits, and just dissipates into rocks. And nothing's over. You guys all, jump to his side. Kyoko is able to turn into a fox really quick and like duck behind a little sconce as one of the guards kind of peeks around the corner. Looks around and goes, whatever. Turns around, starts walking back.
Kyoko will extend. Yeah, like you just see a tail like extend back up and over to.
You see like
Help.
different parts of Red like grab on and like pull up at different times to not overwhelm you with the weight. And you feel really strong in this moment being able to help Red get up. Flips over to the other side.
They
Wow,
are
that
lighter
was-
because of Kane's spell.
Exactly. Gets over to their side. Okay. Awesome. Where do we go from here?
Run fast. Follow the pattern of the guards.
Okay. How do you guys want to do this? I don't want to guide you through the entire way. There's,
Yeah.
back doors.
I
It's
I
a
think
standard
Chuck
house.
said he wanted to like go up behind and you wanted to whistle and take the person out at the front.
Well, that
or-
was to get people, taking people out on the way through.
Okay.
At this point, we're on the other side, so it makes sense for him to weave.
Well, they
so
said there's
the-
someone at the front door.
There's always somebody
And
that
then
you've
there's
seen
people in the
stationary at
window
the
that
front
are
door.
going around.
People trying the window. You can see the backyard now. What you see is like this back pool house with this large pool in between. One guard kind of walking in a counterclockwise fashion around the back with two other guards on the back door.
Okay, I have an idea. So I have that tie on that can make my outfits change.
Mhm.
And so he's seen what these guys look like. So I want to sneak up, go kind of around the corner where that guy can't see me, and whistle, and basically change my appearance to look like what he's wearing, and knock him out and take his spot.
Okay, so you guys see in front of you.
We're doing Hitman.
Yeah, I like it. I'm just watching as a little fox in the bush.
This is perfect. So you guys see Chuck go up, straighten his tie, and as he does, this like black smoke spirals around his clothing and fits it to his body and perfectly mimics the clothes of the bodyguards that you guys are seeing around everywhere. Walks on over to the back. I'm assuming did you want to be to the main house or back to like the pool house to call are you trying to get the patrol guy or are you trying to get
I'm
the two
trying to
people?
get the guy at the front door, like shift change.
Okay. So explain how you want to do this.
I mean, he's gonna whistle from the side to him, and basically,
Ah,
I think it's your break time. It's time for me to take the shift at the front.
talk about it's barely 1:30. Go ahead and roll a deception.
I guess they wanted you switched out early.
You sure? All right, well, check something really quick. I mean, shoot.
23 is pretty good.
Yeah, I was just checking the stats for them.
No, I was just saying for the MP3 because people
Gotcha.
might not have heard the number.
True.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I'm not going to deny some break time, you know? So he goes and walks around the corner, starts going back towards the pool house. So he does pass you out around the corner.
Yeah, and I walk to the front door.
Okay. You guys see as this bodyguard now comes along that side, as he's about to pass you guys. Let's see if he notices.
Our stealths were pretty good.
They were. As he walks down to that backside, just kind of looks around as you guys are hiding in the bushes or behind structures, and he's okay. Walks by. No other problems. I don't know why this guy would lie to me. Walks out, and you go into the pool house near. What are you doing? He goes, I told I was on break. He goes, oh, okay. So you kind of get the thought that the pool house is where the bodyguards go, or at least their employee lounge. What are you guys doing from here?
Chuck will just kind of cough a little bit. And basically, I want to perceive where the guards are to find a good moment for me to be able to, like, open the door and sneak them inside.
Ooh, roll me perception. So you have some that are stationary and some that are patrolling.
It's a 20 to 9 on the die.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and use my fate point here
All right.
because I want to do this.
Really? On a 20? You're using you cray.
Yeah,
You
pretty
do.
You guys are getting up
There's
there in
a
level.
27.
27.
27's much
Went
better.
from a 9 to a 16 on the die.
It's
Fair
pretty
enough.
good. Pretty good. With that, you definitely can time it out as like one person is like alone at the fountain in front of you, non-moving, but he is facing the street. So he's just kind of looking out, kind of seeing everything. And it's just his day. He goes over here and he sits and he stares. There is somebody who is walking around inside of the hedge maze on the left-hand side, as well as a roaming patroller on the right who kind of goes around the outside of the house. So you know that as this person is crossing and he gets to that left corner, and once he disappears there, it would be a good time for everybody to try to sneak their way through when it lines up with the patroller in the hedge maze. So you do have an opportunity window, but people are going to have to roll stealth to not be loud enough to alert that stationary guard.
Okay.
Yeah.
So everybody who's moving, which would be Cade, Red, Min, and Kyoko.
28. Ooh.
22 and 21. We're getting worse.
Yeah, Cade did not roll great either. But it is still good for this. Let me...
Because you have the +5, so it'd be a 27, a 26, and whatever Kate is.
Well, within 18 on the roll from the bodyguard, he is able to see or to hear Red. So as Red's coming by you, he steps up onto one of like the tiles that are on the floor, and you hear a crack as the tile underneath his foot gets broken. He goes, whoa. Now, Chuck, you have a moment to react to this as the stationary guard that is on the fountain in front of you goes, hey, what was that? Luckily, he turns the wrong way, but you have a moment to do something.
Oh, sorry,
Oh, do we have the +5 from Cade still, or was that only for that
Yes.
one roll?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Sorry, I must have slipped and dropped my gun.
Roll deception.
oh yeah.
25.
Now, be careful with those things. Come on. You know they go off like that, and ammunition ain't cheap. Do you know how much we have to fucking pay to ammo for this stuff?
Yeah, that overpriced piece of shit.
Yeah. Did you hear about that boob they got up top? God. Charles Spadina. Yeah, what a man.
He
Joke.
probably doesn't even know how to shoot a gun.
He's probably never even held one. Open his tower over there in the middle of this. Who builds a tower over there? Like it's like so gaudy next to all those other houses.
I don't know, but you'd think earthquakes would take it down eventually.
Yeah, eventually, right? No. We pay money for bullets and he gets to reinforce his, structure. So you guys make a drill. I love the Looney Tunes moment of like freeze.
Yeah, I mean,
Gently walk through. Okay, so you guys get to the front door.
I formulate my tails so that they like perfectly line up with something.
There's a statue in the back of like a flowing dress, and it like perfectly arcs out to the different strips of the dress that are like off in each direction.
Yeah.
Beautiful. As you do get to the front door, though, go and try to get the handle. It's locked. Does anybody have lockpicks or a skill that can help them with that?
That's thievery, right?
Yes, it is.
Oh,
I
do
got
you
a
do?
+11 to thievery.
Do you have
I
lockpicks?
think
Oh,
No.
I feel like Min's the
plus
one who can
11
open
is
doors.
pretty good.
I could just put
He
my
just
hands
goes
in there.
inside and like sticks his hand in there. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that.
I'd just be like,
Okay,
hang on,
okay.
that's 1, that's 2.
Then what we're going to do is, because this requires you using your body as a tool, I'm going to say there's going to be a dexterity check to see if you can do it, and then a thievery check of your ability.
Okay, that's fair.
Can I offer stability for him to like stand on my hand or something, like as an
Of
aid?
course. Yeah.
Or I guess
Okay, I'll roll dex.
I have an interesting idea before you
Mi-
do this. Firing pin can very much work like a lockpick.
If you want to... firing pin is just a singular pin. You'd have to go in and actually work like the keys up.
Yeah, you need
then
2
something to
things. You
turn
need
it.
like the.
Oh yeah.
So
Fair. I technically have 2 guns. It could be 2 filing pins, but
depends on
then
the
I
lock.
have to bend my firing
Kinda
pin.
lock.
I'm not about to do that.
do you want to potentially lose one of your guns? Chuck
No!
2 guns, Spadina?
No.
Without his 2 guns?
No. Let Min do his thing.
Oh,
All right.
Dear. Okay, I'll
Hit me with
roll.
that
I'll roll
deception.
dex.
Hit me with that dexterity.
20.
That's pretty good.
Okay. All right.
It's a
I'm gonna
16 on the
say-
die.
Using your hands, you need to get... Fortified lock of a mafia boss. I want to say 25.
Okay. Oh boy, I need to roll
Ooh.
14 or more.
Anything that people want to do? Anything to help out?
I can't
I'll
do anything.
I'll keep conversation
Moral
and making
support.
noise.
I'm
So
holding
we're
him
gonna
up to
say-
keep him sturdy.
We're going to say Kyoko's using a help action. Go ahead and do a flat check, and we'll see how well you're helping.
Oh boy, I'm sorry in advance. 18.
Really well. I'm going to
yeah.
say you have a +4. Every 2 above 10, I'm going to give you one. So,
Okay, in that case, all I need is
10 or
a 10
higher.
or more.
50-50 shot right here.
Don't jinx it.
All right.
Ooh.
I nailed it. 18.
Didn't even need it.
Nice.
For-
Yeah.
29 and plus the 4 is a 33.
You're able to go in easily, just move them up with your fingers. Just click, click, click,
There's a
click.
click on one. There's an on
Use your
two.
hands, turn the lock, and you're very easily able to. Oh. As the door slides open. And I'm going to even say with the 29, no creaks, no nothing. As you open it up, it's just perfectly silent.
Perfection. Nicely done. And Kyoko will kind of move Min so they can get in.
So everyone goes inside. Now, Chuck, you're the guard at the front. To maintain this cover, you have to stay there.
Yep.
So you're staying outside.
For the moment, yes.
Okay. Door closes behind you, as everyone is now in the main foyer. As you look forward, there's this large opening front room where you have like shoes and everything off to the sides. About what you would appear to be 15 feet in front of you, these two twin staircases go up, cross over each other, and go to the second floor. Very ornately designed with a wonderful glass chandelier hanging into this front, almost atrium top. Off to the side, you see rooms extending out forward. In the back, you can see out to a large window that leads to the backyard and a kitchen area that is back that way. You see a front, how would it be? You have a dining hall to your right that is, corner caddied to the kitchen in the back, and a almost like a ballroom on the left with this not super slick, but those nice like wooden floors that are nice for like a ballroom dance, and a very ornate long structure.
All right. We need to basically get ourselves down or like downstairs.
If what you said is correct, and if we're trusting your vision here, the drawing that you gave indicated that it would be something coming from downstairs. Because I don't see any cobblestone up here, and that wall that you drew was very much cobblestone.
I guess downward is where we're trying to go. I don't know how. I'm not the sneaky person, really.
Oh, we know we have to get to the northwest side. Are we okay leaving Chuck out front? Is he good? You capable?
I think he's probably going to make his way back
Yeah,
in.
of course. It'll
Okay.
be all right, or he can come join us, and either way, we're going to be on a timer in the end. At some point, things are going to get loud, and it's going to become a problem.
I almost wonder if we should have taken a few people out on the way in. It'll be fine. We'll be fine.
Well, cross that bridge when we come to it.
True. Okay. Northwest would be... Do we want to go through the ballroom or do we want to go through the kitchen?
Can I listen to hear if I hear anyone and hear more movement in either space?
Roll me a wonderful perception check.
29.
Jeez, y'all.
I know.
Double
I don't know what's
29s?
going on today.
Oh, roll 20 has always been kind when we're doing like very interesting scenarios.
I think Kyoko tilts one ear towards the kitchen and tilts one ear towards where like the ballroom is and listens intently while Min and Kate are having a conversation.
You hear from upstairs right above you, funk, 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 funk of guards' feet as it's on the carpeted section upstairs. In the kitchen, your trained ears hear of a knife smacking against a cutting board of some kind. So there's some prep going on, maybe for a lunch or an early dinner or something along those lines. To the ballroom, you don't hear anything. The 29. Good friggin' roll.
I think the ballroom is a better decision. There's someone chopping something in the kitchen. If
All right,
someone's in the
ballroom it is.
ballroom, they're not moving around or they're being scared.
I have a thought. If we can, Mintala, this is for you. Take this. And he takes out a little pouch. He kind of goes through his coat, pulls out a little pouch of this greenish dust. If you can sneak this into the food that is being prepared, it'll put people to sleep.
Oh,
This is
that's a great idea.
Yeah. I don't know if we can sneak in there, but you might be able to, unseen.
I'll try.
All right. Also,
I'll
we
leave
have
right
about
here. If something happens, I can tell him to tell you.
As he hands it to you, and we have a 3, 2, 1. Puts his
Um,
hand out under Mentala, and the spell to drop, the spell to have your weight drops as your full weight now hits your legs and muscles again. Chuck, because you weren't prepared for it, can you give me a little reflex save on the outside as he catches Mentala?
If this is what Scuppers is.
Kyoko will also
24.
You're awesome.
put their hand lightly on Mentala and say, "May fate and time assist you," and you feel like a guidance. And you get a 1+1 to your roll.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to
You
stick
look
gotta
at your
go quick.
hands, and there is a flash of an after image of like you see slightly what Kyoko sees of like your hand moving slightly before it actually moves. And it's something that you can see through. Like you see it, but you see through it, and your mind registers it and understand what's going on. But you're able to have that glimpse into the potential.
I love it. That's great.
All right.
I'm going to sneak into the kitchen.
Okay. I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of creative freedom here because we're doing theater of the mind. That if you want to like create like a vase to hide behind in some way, feel free, go for it. How do you do this?
I think first of all, I dodge across the room like an inch above the ground using the shoes, so I'm not making any noise.
Right.
And just like go in at ground level because it's going to be full of counters and islands and stuff that are going to be blocking view of the floor.
I love
And
that
then
we're
once
finally using your height to your advantage.
and then once I'm in there, I'm going to try and locate like where is the person in the room so that I can like be out
Okay.
of their view.
Roll me a stealth check and then a perception check.
Okay.
No longer having the +5 from Kay, but you do have a +1 on all of these things from Kyoko, or is it just the next roll?
It's just the next roll. Their
Okay.
next turn.
Okay, so the stealth is 23, perception's 26.
Easy. They're chefs.
Yeah, I was like, we could go in there with the chefs, but then I was like, as soon as you said the ballroom, like I didn't hear anything. I'm like,
And it is one hell of a kitchen. Join us next week for Hell's Kitchen. So, you go in and there's about 3 chefs. One's cooking meat, one's prepping vegetables, the other one's making this reduction sauce. Okay. As you pull in, you're like, which do you want to go for? You're able to go in perfectly behind the counter, and there's like this overlip where like stools can come in on one side, and you're able to duck under, stand on top of the stool, and be under this little overhang so nobody can see you.
Okay.
So you hear a chop, chop, chop above you of a vegetable, like the sound of a ladle stirring into a pot to your right, and a thud of a butcher's cleaver onto the left side.
The sauce seems like a good option because that will be something to easily mix it into. But they might taste test and then, you know, one chef will collapse and the rest will be like, So actually I'll put it on the vegetables.
Okay. Roll me.
I'm
You're already being
gonna wait
stealthy.
for them to be unattended. I imagine he's gonna chop them and then he's gonna finish chopping them and he's gonna go get a receptacle and then I can like jump up and just sprinkle it over and
Okay.
then get out of there.
Roll me acrobatics to do this quickly, quietly. We're going to maintain that stealth roll. And if you roll low, we're going to do another stealth roll to see how you recover.
Okay. 24.
You easily jump up, reverse grab the ledge above you, pull yourself up, use the airwalk shoes to like run up a fake wall, parkour your way across, jump over a rolling pin, and you have carrots, potatoes, leeks, everything right in front of you.
And I just like run across it, like shaking out this vial to just spread it.
So you poof it out, and you chose well here because the green powder mixes in very well to some of the greenery of like the green onion that is on there. So anything that might have been, it could have been like a little shredded basil or something that it's now might be, but you dump it all, and then roll me one final stealth check to exit the kitchen without being seen, because there still are, even though one has gone to get a receptacle, there still are two. Oh god, 30.
30.
Yeah.
I think
no,
like as soon, no, I know what to do. I know what to do. As soon as this is done, I just go up. I just like hop, 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 and I'm on the ceiling.
I love it. It's like Sanji in One Piece, just jumping continuously up into the air. So you get to the ceiling, and you now like crouch walk your way back to the main foyer. And Kyoko, you've been listening this entire time. You hear nothing from Mintala, but you hear the thump thump of the feet upstairs to the corner, now to your left. So it would be on the western corner of the second floor.
Okay.
But by this time, you do hear feet start to come from the northeast side into the dining hall to your right. You hear a door open.
Okay. I relay that information.
You know that somebody's walking around to you.
Yeah. Is there something we can duck behind that's near us?
There is we can say there's like a large table in the center that has like a large like fern or some kind of plant that is in it that you would be able to duck behind, but they're going to be walking through there. You could also duck into the ballroom, but you roll me.
The ballroom is where I
talent,
didn't hear anything, right?
Yes.
So, yeah, I think Kyoko will kind of start going that direction and be like,
So you're going to start
Wait.
like mirroring the patrol.
yeah,
As it's going
there's someone
clockwise, you're
coming.
going
We gotta get going. Move quickly.
you do that
follow me.
right as you get back, Mintala.
And like as soon as I see Mentala, we're going.
Okay. You go into the next room, and
Kyoko will wave her tail to be like, come here.
it is an open room with chairs lined up, folded up against the wall, as well as dining tables turned on their sides. You know, maybe there was an event recently, but nothing's happening right now. But it is just an open room with big windows. So as you're passing through, there is the guard on the outside. As you
Duck.
can see, walking towards the front. Chuck. You see another guard come out from the right side. He's like, hey man, I don't know who you told, but I wasn't told to go on break. Or who told you, but
I was another guard.
wait, who was it though? Was it Ricardo?
No. Ricardo's
Lenny?
still,
Arthur?
I think his name was Kevin.
That's a dumb name. Roll deception. Let's see if you can.
Sorry, all the Kevins out there.
Yeah, me.
27.
Yeah, no, we're now having the real version of the spinning a conversation.
Kai's name is also Kevin.
Yeah.
27.
Kevin. I don't know a Kevin. Is he new?
All I know is Kevin came up to me and told me I should tell you to go on break.
All right,
I take over your spot.
where's Kevin? I want to go and say something to him. I want to go and
Last I
just-
saw him, he was at the pool house.
I was just at the pool house. God. I was in there. Ricardo told me that I was wrong
you
and
know
I need to
what?
be out here.
You know what? Maybe he's inside. You want to take over the shift and I'll check inside. If I get in trouble, I'll take the blame.
Roll diplomacy.
27.
Can y'all fail something, please?
No.
This is
Never.
a wild
I just-
day. We're
This is-
rolling.
I just want you to
crazy.
know that's back-to-back 15s on the die.
Yeah, it's great. He goes, I mean, all right.
Hey,
Yeah,
that way
just-
you don't get in trouble. I'm the one who was told. If it was some random dude who just tried to get you out of position, I don't know if he thought I was a weak link.
Hey,
Listen, I don't want to get you in trouble. I'll take the blame.
yeah, well, you could go tell Kevin of what's going on here, okay?
All right.
All right.
And I'll open the door and walk inside. And he'll
So you-
lock it behind him.
Okay. So now there's out there, and as
While
you guys
we
are going,
see that interaction, can we try to like scurry, like crawl?
yeah.
quickly?
So you guys are in the ballroom as Chuck walks in. So now there is a guard who's walking up as a patroller into Chuck.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Hey, what are you
Good luck,
doing
Chuck.
here? What are you in
I'm-
position?
Listen, I'm trying to sort out some miscommunication. Some Kevin guy told me to tell the guy at the front to take a break. I was covering for him, and then I don't want to get him in trouble. So I figure I might as well go talk to the boss and figure out who this Kevin is.
Who the fuck is Kevin? Roll a deception.
26.
I guess he's some new guy.
I don't know, but he's gonna get in some trouble. That's for damn sure.
Is he not back in the pool house? That's where we're supposed to be if we're not on patrol. You know, the boss does, the wife doesn't like to see us around.
I don't know. He told me he was checked at the pool house and nobody was there, so.
Nobody's at the pool house. Everybody's supposed to be at the pool house.
Well, there's people at the pool house, but Kevin wasn't at the pool house. You know what I mean?
Kevin?
I don't freaking know. He's a god. He told me what to do. He looked like he was a.
We gotta stop hiring people without people talking. I don't even know you. I mean, you sound like you've been here a while.
I was on vacation for a bit, you know?
Yeah.
Damn wife was pregnant.
Hey, congratulations.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
You know.
It's hard to come by this world, you know? I went on a vacation with the missus down to San Diego recently. It was pretty nice, you know?
That's good.
We had to do some stuff to get there, but, yeah, the looting was good. We got a lot, me and her, we're such a dynamic duo,
I can imagine.
Yeah, real Bonnie and Clyde stuff. It was awesome.
I mean, real stand-up fellow you seem to be, so I appreciate it.
I do what I do. It's good stuff.
All right, well, I'm gonna go skedaddle.
The boss makes me the next made man. I can't wait to get there. Maybe I get a claw or something. That'd be cool.
Yeah. Hey, is anybody getting an upgrade today?
Not that I've heard. Nah, the beastie in the basement's been a little persnickety.
Good to know. Well, I'm gonna go talk to the boss, get this thing sorted. If I get in trouble, I get in trouble. Yeah.
Sounds good. Fucking Kevin's. Walks away. Starts walking towards the ballroom. Now, in this time that you guys have, what have you done? You have a couple minutes of Chuck having this conversation.
Okay.
Stuck into the ballroom?
So you sneak into the ballroom. You see in the far right-hand corner, there's another door. There's actually, this would be another door that leads out into the northwestern side of the mansion.
Could we hear Chuck having that conversation? And if we could, can we tell if his voice is coming closer to us or if the other person's coming closer to us?
Without looking at it, it just sounds like conversation is had and now footsteps are coming towards you.
So we don't know if it's Chuck or if it's somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Then, I think we scurry towards the other end of the
Actually, that
ballroom.
depends. After that conversation, Chuck, do you stand there a second or do you start walking in a direction? Are you following? Are you?
I stand there because I need to, he'll to make it buying time. He'll straighten up his suit, make it so he looks like
look busy.
Looks good. He's like somebody would do before they go and see the boss. Make sure they're all up.
Yeah.
And then he'll look around because he's trying to figure out where to go.
Yeah, I think Kyoko just says,
perception.
There's someone coming our way. Should we hide or?
14. I rolled a 3.
Because Chuck's
Hard
out
to
there.
tell.
We don't know it's him until we see.
It might be upstairs, Chuck.
So should we hide or?
He's gonna
Inciting.
just make sure that one dude walks away before he goes a direction because he don't want to be exposed.
Okay.
We are instead going to hide. You said there's turned over tables and chairs.
So in the corner, there's
Yeah.
tables that are stacked up. There are chairs that are kind of leaned up against the wall. There's a
If
little
someone's
corner
walking in
section.
and we hide, then we'll see if it's Chuck or not, and then just if it's Chuck, we can pop out.
All right,
Yeah.
roll me stealth, and according to that, tell me what you are doing to hide.
Okay. Nat
'Cause of
29. Because I'm a fox, I kind of just melt into hiding behind the in between these chairs and the legs of a table, and I find a spot where I can just my legs perfectly are where the legs of a chair or table are, and my tail kind of just lines up.
Perfectly.
I'm, hiding there.
I go to
And
21. I imagine there's a fancy clock on a mantelpiece, and I just hide behind it with my back against it.
There is a statue in the corner that is this heavy rock statue. Red walks over to it and then condenses himself down into a statue to match it perfectly and just is sitting right next to it as the guy walks through, as Kate has ducked behind this stanchion that he is able to duck down behind this table that has been overturned. as he just walks through. And
Ooh. Do they notice? You rolled a 19
Uh-oh.
for.
yeah.
I don't know what that plus is for their roll.
What are the
I'm trying to think of-
modifiers?
Yeah.
Cade is the issue.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, Kate rolled bad.
Yeah.
He rolled
Kate
an
rolled an 8.
So
Oh, no.
as he walks, like, tried to like squeeze himself behind a
A table, chair.
nope, it's the thing that hangs from a window.
Oh,
Curtain.
drapery.
Thank you. Yeah. Sorry, my brain did that thing. Curtain. He goes to duck behind a curtain, and as he's going through, he looks down and sees the feet. Just like, you see him like reach into his coat. He's, what's he doing behind there? And
Do I hear this?
yeah, as that happens, Cade whips around, points out his hand. The gauntlets get sharp, and he just goes across the guy's throat with his hand, and you just see, and then he snaps his fingers at the end, and it stops moving, and like the blood splatter stops midair, and the guy stops moving, and he takes him, and he makes this little purple ring around him, and he just compresses it, and he shrinks down, takes it, puts it into a bag. He goes, "We're good."
I think Kyoko's little fox mouth is just open. Like, what the heck did I just witness?
My real life mouth is open. That was epic.
I know my real mouth was open too. I
Got
forgot
it.
that I'm in fox form, so I should be talking people's heads. But Kyoko's like,
All right then. I think Chuck's outside. We need to get him.
I imagine he hadn't gone up the stairs at this point and just goes,
He rolled well. He criticaled on this guy.
yeah.
Kyoko is gonna go to the door, like come out from like where she was hiding, and go to the door and like slowly open it a little, and then like peek out.
As you go ahead and roll me, because
I mean, imagine
how
you
well
see Chuck if you're going to the front door.
Can I smell Chuck? Does he?
Easily.
Does he
God, he
smell
reeks.
different?
Yeah, throughout the entire house, you're able to. Oh, Chuck's
17?
over there.
Can
Yeah,
I smell Chuck?
yeah, for sure. You would need
Okay.
a 1 not to. I mean, God, the sheer aura of stench alone.
I'm just saying because he looks like the other guards, so I need to be able to, like, what could I? How do I tell? I can't like look. I need to smell.
Oh, that's
like-
true. It literally just looks
Yeah,
like,
he looks like
yeah.
everybody else.
His
Yeah.
face doesn't.
Oh,
though.
okay. His face is still the same. Okay.
Yeah, the face is still his
Oh, okay.
face.
I didn't know if you. I was
Oh, it's
picturing
just the
like you
outfit.
touched him and you
No.
meld into like one of them.
The
No, my
the,
clothing.
the item that he has used, that he has had very early in this campaign, the necktie of infinite fashions, only changes his clothing.
Okay. Okay.
So you do look over so you hear, to be like, "Hey, what are you doing behind there?" in the other room, and you walk
Which
in, and you see
Chuck
Kay
would
just
react to, yeah.
yeah, you see Kay just gut this guy's neck, pause him in midair, quickly shrink him down, and put him into a bag of holding. He looks at you and goes, "Yeah."
Okay.
All right, let's
Oh,
keep
sorry,
moving.
Abby.
Someone in chat said the worst person rolling today is me, and it's always me. So
Did you roll
Interesting.
perception for the chefs for hearing that?
with the of the other room and everything that's going on in there and the pots banging around, I wasn't going to, because
Okay,
this,
I was just curious.
if Cade had rolled low, then yes, there would have
Then
been
yeah.
like a kerfuffle would
Okay.
have happened.
Chuck will be like, remind me not to mess with you.
I don't see a reason why we would. But
All
anyway,
right, we should get moving before another one of them comes our way.
you got it,
Yeah.
Fox lady.
Yeah, Kyoko just
Didn't
scurries quickly, and she's
Oh,
gonna go
she
listen at the
uses,
other door, because you said there's another door at the other end.
Yeah,
Yeah.
another door at the far end, which would lead into.
Oh my gosh, 29.
29.
What are these rolls? What are these rolls today?
Don't worry, I get the bad ones, y'all get the good ones. I'm the counterbalance. You open it up, and there is a fireplace in the far corner with these leather chairs that are V-shaped out into like this open meeting room that is there. There is liquor on the left wall and like different accoutrement of like hunting trophies and like a pipe on the far wall and like just a random kind of like meeting room that this would be here. But you are in a smaller hallway going forward, and you do see around the corner a door, and there are two people sitting on the same side of the couch facing away towards the outside. They're two guards just kind of chatting.
Okay. Kyoko moves her tail so only two of them are like on one side and kind of like motions, and then points in the direction that the people are, and then all her other tails she points at everybody else and points the other direction. I just love the idea of like
love
not
the
like
prehensile tail use. Like, this is great.
I mean, you got 9 tails.
You could
I
have
mean,
3 different languages and sign language at the same time.
Oh
Like-
my gosh, that would be cool.
I mean,
Great.
Chuckle, I guess he's the one that looks like a guard.
All right, so Chuck walks in ahead of everybody, walks down the hallway. What are you gonna do?
Everyone's gonna be like, "Who's Kevin?" at the end of this when they're having like their lunch break.
Exactly.
Hey,
That's kind of like my real life, you know? It's fine.
hey,
Uh-huh.
the boss
I'm
down
known as
there,
Kai.
or
Hey, what?
he's the boss down there. I'm trying to find him. Some Kevin dude's causing a conniption up here.
Nah, the boss isn't in today.
Oh. Well, who do I report to then if it's not the boss?
Wait, you talk about the god boss or you talk about the boss boss?
The guard boss. Why would I talk about the boss boss?
I don't know. I don't know where Ricardo. I thought he was in the
You guys
the
just
god
sit
house.
here. You guys got the easy job. I'm outside walking around having to deal with the heat of the day.
I wouldn't say it's that bad. I mean, go ahead and roll me deception.
My worst roll so far, 19.
I know. With that,
When your worst roll is a 19, what is happening?
so he kind of turns on the couch to look back at you guys and to look back at Chuck specifically. And he's like looking up. He's like, I'm sorry. What'd you want? Who are you?
My name's Johnny.
All right, Johnny. What are you doing here?
I'm trying to find the boss, trying to make sure that the other guy that Kevin told me to mess with doesn't get in trouble. You know, I got to take the blame.
You said that name twice now. I don't know no Kevin.
Well, maybe you need to start learning people's names.
Look, all right. See, we got Lenny right here and we got Ricardo out back. That's all I know. So you know, right?
Yeah, I know Lenny and Ricardo.
Roll me deception.
27.
What is happening? This is like the most
That's
wild
my third
episode.
27. 27's the number today for sure.
Next episode's gonna be bad, you guys.
I'm
Rolled a
waiting for
lot of
those
27s.
ones. I'm waiting. Hey, so you know what? I'm sorry. I worked a double the other day. A little tired. Sorry, I came down on you a little hard. That's on me. Who are you looking for? Who's Kevin? What do they do?
I don't know. They told me about a shift change early to relieve the guy at the front door. That guy went back to the pool house, told me that he wasn't supposed to go on break. It's a
I
whole
was telling
mess.
Ricardo about this. We need a system other than just mouth to mouth because, like, that just doesn't. Sometimes it's unreliable. You know, this is a whole thing. It causes a cascade of issues every single time. Communication really is the key to a function in a state.
Yeah, you know, if we knew everybody's names instead of just Ricardo and Lenny, it'd be
Yeah,
so much
it's like we
easier.
can't wear name tags because then we're like very like identifiable. You know,
I
like,
think, you know what I think it is?
Hmm.
The boss sees us as expendable. So if he knows our name, then it's less expendable.
Yeah, I guess like you get a name when you become a made man, but like, you know, sometimes I don't even know if I want it. You know.
Having bones be a part of you that's not even your own bones is kind of weird.
they get all kind of like in the head sometimes too. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, the only boning I want to do is with my wife, you know? She
Hey,
gets
I feel that. I get that. Don't got a wife myself, but you know, one day maybe. I don't know.
maybe you need a vacation so you can spend some
Oh.
time to meet somebody.
I'd love to. Yeah, it'd be great. Go down to Long Beach, you know.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Anyway, what are we doing here?
No, I
You
was
wanna
trying
walk
to find
out
the
to- Yeah, go
God
ahead.
boss, yeah.
Walk on through. He kind of sits back down at the couch.
While that conversation's going, we're like scurrying.
Okay. Using that as a distraction, you guys will have a plus, because he had a turn, we'll say +3. Good recovery.
Okay.
So you have a +3 on the stealth check as you guys slip in through.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh, 33.
33 from Mentala.
Which is a
doesn't exist.
36.
Wing Sound of Existence appears at destination.
21
Hey,
for
Kate
21
me.
finally
for
rolled
red.
double digits.
Ooh.
I think I have
Within
too, like, because my
18.
tails, it's hard to hide, you know?
Yeah. They're kind of poofy.
Yeah.
We'll say that as you're
Just
walking
section.
through, one of your tails hits like a curacao bottle or something, and it like just kind of like wobbles back and forth. You get that dun 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 dun.
Am I able to, like, grab it?
Yeah, you're able to.
Okay, the tail
Like, hold it.
stops it.
But we are gonna roll to see if they can see you.
Okay.
With a 4,
What about red? Because red. Oh, never mind. With a 4.
Hey, Chuck is very convincing.
with a 4, they're very distracted talking about, you know, wives and weekends away. But you guys are able to slip into the study. And as you go in, there is this bright wood, like half circle library of just books going up. The bookshelf is perfectly like, it's this very oval room. As you go in, there's a desk in the far side from you with a wonderful rug on the floor with a good table that's right there and books going up 4 or 5 rings high upwards.
It's going upwards?
It's like the bookshelves.
Oh, the
Going-
bookshelves are.
Yeah,
Okay.
4 or 5 rings high. It's a wonderful study. Up above one of the tables is actually like a what are the displacer beast skull.
Oh my god! I thought you
Like,
said there was
poking out.
actually. I thought you gave me a heart attack because you said displacer beast, and you paused. I was like, please tell me there's not a displacer beast right there.
On the far side, there's like a stag that's been where's our hard stuffed. We're just gonna say stuffed.
Taxidermied?
Yeah, taxidermy. I tried to think of the word taxidermy, but my mind said ventriloquist, and that's not right.
That would be so scary. You're like, just
Hello, welcome to the study.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I will get the boss. You ever heard like a stag scream?
Oh
Those
my
things
gosh.
are terrifying.
I kind of would love that in like a boss man's office, like just
God.
like a a head of
Ugh,
that's like their secretary. Anyways,
that would be great.
I want it to
I
be a
don't
singing
see-
fish.
oh, a singing fish would be so good too.
Like the big mouth bass.
Yeah. It like does a little dance too. I have
we're getting
ideas
off
for a
track here,
campaign. Yeah.
but I
so
I
are
saw
there
somebody
any-
put an
oh, go
Alexa
ahead.
inside one of those big mouth bass, and so it'd be like, "Hey Alexa."
Oh yeah,
Look over.
yeah, I've seen
that's
that
pretty
too.
great. So I just see things. I don't really see any people or anything like that.
Roll perception.
Okay. 19.
With a 19, this place doesn't seem to be in use. You are the only ones in here.
Okay. Well, Kyoko will kind
Okay.
of motion her tails in that sense and say in their heads,
I don't see anyone else in here.
Okay.
Chuck again locks the door behind him.
So now you are going from talking to people and having this in-depth conversation to walking into a place that doesn't have like an outlet. So how do you kind of distract the guards or get them to go away or do something so that while you're talking to them, you can walk in without them being like, why are you going into the study?
Oh yeah.
Because you're saying, I'm going to go find Kevin. Kevin ain't in this room.
Hey, you know what? You know what?
Yeah.
I got an idea. You said you
Alright.
worked the double. You're kind of tired. You're a little on edge. I can look out for you, you know? I'll let you take a nap. You just chill there. I'll take your spot. I'll sit next to you. I'll make sure everything's all fine and dandy.
Lenny's having to talk to me to keep me awake. Yeah, this guy's just falling asleep.
You know what, Lenny? I'll take your spot. We'll let him nap. We'll have a good time.
Roll diplomacy. Come on. 1.
22.
When level 6s try to persuade level like 1s. This is wonderful.
You know what? Maybe even.
Eh?
Maybe I can get you a snack. You know, one of the chefs in there is a good friend of mine.
Wait, 1 second. I'm gonna do a flat check for something. I love potatoes and carrots. I'm probably gonna, I feel like a vegetable right now.
Yeah,
Like
you
this is
feeling a
gonna be great.
vegetable?
Yeah, I feel like a
You know
vegetable.
what? You know what? I'll be right back. I'll get you some food. You can take a nap, Lenny. You'll get some food, I
Hey,
got you.
Maybe if I work on the waistline, I can, get a boost with the chicks. That'd be great.
Yeah. All right, let me spot in there, get you some food, and come. I'll be right back.
I hate it. I hate it so much.
I love it.
You walk into the kitchen, there's a chef there. You go to grab a carrot, he goes, "Hey, what you grabbing a carrot for?
Listen,
Got like 10 minutes until it's all prepped."
we got a guy out here who's a little sick. Get some food on his stomach. I don't want to cause a mess that we got to clean up. You know what I mean?
Hey, 1 second. Goes, turns around, grabs like a little capsule, throws it into some water. It's just seltzer. He goes, "Yeah, give this to us. It'll help him settle his stomach."
Okay. Is it cool if I take like a couple of veggies?
Yeah, if his stomach isn't feeling well, then he'll probably be for the best.
Yeah.
Yep.
Much obliged.
Yeah, now get out of my kitchen.
Of course.
You walk back. Given the vegetables that are coated in this sleep powder.
Hey, you know what? The chef was extra nice today. He gave me 2. You can each have 1, and here's a salsa.
Hey, you know what? That's great. I'm gonna an 18 and a 19. Go take a bite. This is actually pretty good. Thanks. Sucks when rolls work against you, doesn't it?
Were those our saves?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the
I don't
saves
think
to
they
pass
pass
out,
out.
so they're fine. They're just like,
Yeah.
oh, nice.
They just kind of sit there. It's like, you.
It's like, man, I'm tired. Anyway.
Yeah. This will make me a little sleepy, but I gotta stay awake. I can't be caught, falling asleep again. He holds up a pinky, and like the pinky is missing from one section of his hand. He says, "Can't do it twice." Running out of fingers.
Yeah, fair is fair. Well, I best get going then. I gotta take care of business. You know what I mean? Go find
Totally
this
understand.
Kevin fellow and figure out what the hell's going on.
Okay. What are you doing, Chuck?
I'm gonna try and knock both of them out.
Yes.
How? What are you doing?
Yeah, smash their heads together like the classic.
I literally am gonna get up to walk, stand behind them, stretch, and I want to unarmed strike, literally hit their heads into each other's heads.
Yes.
Go for it.
It's just an unarmed strike roll, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
21.
Oh.
Okay.
Their AC might be higher than that. I don't know.
No, these are low-level
no.
guards.
Oh,
These are
okay.
just straight bodyguards. Okay, so you grab them, roll damage.
How do I roll damage on the unarmed
So this is action 1, to grab and slam.
Oh, I don't even think I rolled it right. This is supposed to be my. Oh, here's the damage. There we go.
Okay. So with a 7, You take one's head, slam it into the other. They both take 7 damage, but they are still like, what was that for? As the guy was like, what are you doing? And he goes to like reach for a gun. You still have 2 actions left on your turn.
Well, my next 2 actions are unarmed fists again.
Go for a punch to the face.
22.
All right. You punch one in the face, the one that you've been talking to. He gets knocked out. He's on the ground, but there's still Lenny to the left who's drawn the gun out. Got one last action.
I'm punching him in the face.
Bam, bam. With a 12.
I rolled an
Do you have a
11 on the
reroll?
die too.
Do you have a reroll?
No, I used my fate already once.
I'll give you my reroll. Because a 12 is not going to go well, homie.
No. Now, this is your 3rd attack, which means you do have the penalties to it. So you're not going to get as many modifiers. So I think this is just like a +1 to you now?
Yeah, it's a +1, so I have to roll high.
The AC is 17.
Ooh.
Or
Oh, yes. 18. Yes.
Why do I put
Reroll
off-
worth.
Yep, worth it. It finally paid off. Look
Hey,
at that.
giving the fate point. You just have to give it to Chuck.
You just can't give it to Mentala.
I rolled a 17 on the die that time.
Then with that, you pop. Both of them go down.
That's beautiful.
Well, now my hands hurt. Well, I guess I might as well arrange them like they fell asleep. Let's not have their guns on them. Take the guns and kind of just go put them by the drinks.
You did punch these guys in the face.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
one's
they-
nose is definitely bleeding. And the
Yeah,
other
they
one
probably
has a
both
big
got, like,
old
forehead
black
welts.
eye.
They both got a forehead welt and a black
Just
eye.
swelling up. So you just put them next to each other on the couch, have them over, put their hats in front of their faces. Okay.
And I walk into the
Roll
study.
me a performance check.
19.
Say hello.
Just to look cool.
I just
Or-
want to
oh,
see how well he
supposed-
does it.
Hmm.
So with that, with the performance of 19, you're able to arrange them fairly well as if they just kind of passed out. You even grab like a bottle nearby and put it next to them. Just to maybe look like they drank a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And do you follow into the study?
Yep.
Okay, so you guys hear outside. Purr, purr, purr.
Chuck walks in and he's kind of shaking his right hand as he shuts the door and locks it behind him. He's like,
Everything all right?
yeah, one of them was tired, but he didn't want to go to sleep, so I put him to sleep. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry for doing the voice. I've been
Right.
in the role for a bit.
It's getting too deep.
Step into the whole backstory for this guy as a wife.
Yeah. Chuck the improv, man.
So we're in the
You're
room.
in the study.
In the study. Is there another door that we can go through from the study?
Nope.
Okay.
Okay, so from... Okay, this doesn't make sense. It has to be here.
Kyoko's gonna look around to see if there's maybe like a secret, because sometimes, like, you know, people have like a secret. You pull a lever, you move a book, you know, that kind of thing. At least from where she's from, in the old world.
Okay. Are you just going and pulling books at random?
No, she's kind of like looking. I think first she like feels, she like kind of like resonates with things and starts just kind of like feeling stuff to see what she can decipher what might or has happened.
As you
Mentala's
were
gonna
just
go into
going
the middle of
around.
the room and detect magic.
That's good too.
Okay. When you detect magic, you see that Kyoko is walking towards a book that has like what level of detect magic is this?
It's one. It's is there magic or not?
Yes, there is magic.
Is it in a certain space? And it
So
tells
a
them
level
what
1
type
detect
of
magic is just, is there magic or is there not?
Oh, I thought it tells them what type of magic it is.
That's if it's heightened.
It doesn't say type. I think I. Yeah, it's items have an aura, so it's like, I think.
to put it in chat?
Yeah, I'll print it. Actually, I don't know if it is. It might just be. You know if there's
You
magic
send
or
out a
not.
pulse that registers the presence of magic. You receive no information beyond the presence or absence of magic. You can choose to ignore magic you're fully aware of, such as magic items and ongoing spells of your allies. You detect illusion magic only that if the magic's effect has a lower level than the level of your detect magic spell.
Okay.
Okay.
So you do know there's magic, and then
Yes.
Yeah,
I
Outside
rolled
of
something
magic that you are
magic in
already
here.
aware of.
There's-
sorry, what'd you say, Kai?
Outside of magic that you are already aware of. Yes, there is magic in here.
Yeah.
I
So I'm
rolled a-
deliberately tuning out all of our magic, but I'm like, there's something magic in here. There's definitely some kind of trick.
And Kyoko's like touching things with her tail, like each 9 tails, and with her paws, and her snout. 23 for fortune telling.
Got a lot of people coming through, walking in and out, walking in and out. You do see at some point the desk shifts back and a staircase opens up.
Can I roll for random luck that Chuck leans on something and something?
Yes. Oh my gosh, I would love
Just
that.
a D20.
Ooh.
That's like survive. I don't know.
D20, no modifiers. If you nat 20, something good will happen. If you nat 1, something bad will happen.
Ooh.
I like those odds.
Cool.
It's a 4.
A 4.
Nothing happens.
No, then
You go and lean up against a bookshelf and it's just like Moby Dick falls.
That'd
down.
be so
worth
hilarious.
It was worth it for the
It'd be
5% chance of like
Yeah.
leaning on,
I
on
had to
If
the.
give
you
it
leaned
something.
on it and the table and the thing moved
It's
just
such a
as
classic
Kyoko
move.
saying it,
Oh, yeah.
that would be so funny.
Everyone
Yeah, I
like
had
is
to just for
combing the
pure
walls,
luck.
and you're just like, huh, ka-chunk, what?
Yep, exactly.
I think upon seeing that, Kyoko says,
It's the desk. It moves. There's a staircase under it.
Well, if we can't find the switch, Red can open it.
Right.
I would caution against force. That might be pretty loud.
Well, yeah, the switch is plan A, Red is plan B. Red is
Might
usually
also be
plan B
like-
for most things.
There
Totally
also
fair.
might be alarms or something. So be careful.
Normally in places like this, it's like a wall sconce you. Shift over, like a book you pull or a button that's somewhere.
Something
Can I
attached
roll
to
for
like a
luck
statue
again?
of. Is there a statue of a suit of armor, and we can like move the arm or like the sword that they're holding, and it like.
The only thing that
will
is
look-
here are like all the books, the desk, the rug on the floor, and the 2 mounted heads. One of the displacer beast and one of the stag.
okay. Does anything look out of the ordinary or strange, or like it could be move in a mechanical way?
Roll me perception, if everybody would like to do so.
30.
Okay.
I'd rather roll more luck.
22.
With that, you notice that there are a couple books that are. They have the dust. Like some books have dust on them. These ones obviously don't. And one of them is Infernal for Dummies. Then you have it's just a language you don't really know. There is another one that's like the Elven Ways. And there's one that's just like a solid red spine, and then another one that is a black and red spine.
Kyoko will kind of move her little paws up and like lean up and like pull them one at
Which
a
one?
time. I don't know, one at a time, and she takes them in their mouth if they come down, and she puts them down the puts them back
Okay.
up if they're not.
It matters which one you choose. So
I
which one
wanna-
do you choose?
I want to roll a D100 if I get 100 for luck.
Okay. Every time you ask me this, I'm going to increase the possibility of something bad happening. Okay.
All right.
So now if it's a 20 or lower,
Oh god.
something bad happens. If it's a 100, something good happens.
64.
happens. You go, this is silly. You smack a book off the wall, nothing happens.
I was trying to see if I knew any languages that could help me here. Oh, I can actually. Comprehend language.
Okay. Go ahead and cast Comprehend Language. You go up to the Diasmortni one, and it is this abyssal language that is talking about the blood war
Okay.
from a demonic perspective.
Does that seem more relevant than the other ones?
You have the Elven Tales. You have Tales of the Blood War. You have the Infernal book, Infernal for Dummies. Then you have the red spine, and then the black and red spine.
Okay. Kyoko will share the information with you all.
Which one do you think we
yeah.
should try to pull down?
If you ask me, it seems like this kind of group runs with the Infernal for Dummies, but
But what if it's a combination? Like all the spines of all these books are like clean, right?
These
What
are
if
the
it's
ones
out?
that look like someone's used them.
Yeah, I've used all of them though, so it's like all 5.
Maybe I could touch each of them and see if I see any visions of how they were moved in orders.
I'm
Try.
gonna look. Does the desk have any drawers in it?
They do.
I'm gonna try opening some because I'm like,
Someone has the code written down.
yeah, the smart thing
Yeah,
to do would
sticky
be for
note.
nobody to ever like, for the thing to only exist in people's heads. But a lot of the time you're like, I don't want to forget. Let's just like write it down somewhere just in case. So I'm just gonna have a quick look.
Roll
I
me
like that.
perception. You're also assuming that the normal rabble and guards are the ones that go down here.
That's the thing is that
I'm
like
not
it's gonna
assuming
be
that.
like the high up people that are here, and they might be smarter about the code, but you never know. They might have written it down somewhere or written like a
You
clue.
know, Kevin's on duty. He's taking over
Yeah.
for the night.
That's crazy. He's changing everything.
Yeah.
Kevin has become real and
Yeah.
is causing all the problems. Yeah, 25.
With the 25, you open up the desk, and it is the tale of Churchill.
I like hold this up like this is here. I like open it.
It talks about Churchill's time in the war as he was as a leader. And then there's a couple chapters about the deals that he made with Asmodeus.
I put it back. There's not a gun hidden in it or something, so. Like book, the book in the desk is just a book in the desk, I guess. They're
Just book in the
interested in Asmodeus.
Cade, we've done all the work. Can't you
Huh?
figure this stuff out?
Yeah, sure. Let me try.
Oh no. I don't think we want
He
Kate
rolled a
to.
5.
let me see. And he opens his eyes again, and there's another detect magic going out, and he goes, the Elven one, the Infernal for Dummies, and the red one all have traces of magic. So, yeah,
The other 2 don't?
from what I saw.
Why don't we all just grab one and pull it at the same time?
I don't think that's a good idea. It might set off some kind of alarm or something.
Or it might overwhelm the system and freak it the hell out.
Kyoko's going to like touch each of them and kind of try to resonate, but like see if she gets any feelings of like what order these might have been touched in the past or something like that. Or
Go ahead and roll fortune telling.
24. Dude, we are doing. What is happening today?
Okay.
This is a wild day.
With your 24, you go up. Which one do you go to first?
I guess the 3 that are magical. That I'll start with those 3.
Which of the 3?
I just don't remember all their names.
Yeah.
The red one,
There's
the
red,
dummies, and
Infernal
the...
for Dummies, and
in the order that you
Tales of
say them, and
Elves.
I'll go. I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not
Yeah.
trying to like.
You go to the red one, and you see a vision of an elderly hand pressed on it, and a man in a red robe whispering words, stepping away.
Oh. Are they words that I understand? I did do comprehend language too. But...
It is in arcane language.
Okay. Don't know. All right. Then I go to the next one.
Roll fortune telling.
Oh, I have to do it per. Oh, man.
Mhm. Different instances.
22. That makes sense.
Same person doing the same thing.
Does it look like
So
they
both the
move
red
somewhere
one and the elven
after?
one, same thing.
Okay. It doesn't seem like they move a different direction after they touch it. Okay. Do the last one. 27.
Go up. It's the same thing. Get the man going up, whispering the words, stepping away.
Okay. But does it seem like he's stepping towards a different direction, towards one of the other books?
Not what you see in the vision.
Mm.
Can't give you every answer with it.
No, I know. I get it.
Bippity boppity boo, desk move for you.
The
Kyoko will
entire
share-
room opens up into a large portal now.
Kyoko will share the information that she's seen from it. And even
So we have a question. When the desk was moving, did it sound magical or mechanical? As it opened up, was it
did it
light?
sound
Was there a
magical?
resonance?
Or,
Roll perception of in your own vision.
ooh, okay. Like trying to remember back to it. Ooh, 15.
Or you could be like me and roll memory, because I have a memory
I'm
roll.
not sure. I don't remember. Sometimes when I have a memory, it passes. I don't know if you've ever had a dream and not remembered it when you awaken. It's kind of like that.
It's
Well-
understandable.
We can try my idea. All three at once.
I don't think that's
If
what
that's
he
the
was
only thing we have.
I could say the words he said. I don't know.
I
what
like
they
that.
mean.
You say the words, we pull the books.
Okay.
Sure, let's try it. If it goes wrong, we can fight our way out. Well, fight our way in and then fight our way out. It's probably gonna happen at some point.
Okay, so I guess
I mean, the
all three
two
of
guards
them.
inside are knocked out, so
This is not going to go well. Something bad's going to happen. All three of them grab the books, I guess, and then I say the words. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm gonna touch
Do you
each of
do
them
you
with
guys
my
all go
one
at the
tail.
same time?
Yeah.
yeah, that's the idea.
All right.
I'll touch each of them with my tail and say the words.
I'm gonna
Oh,
roll
boy.
a D1000, Kevin, for luck.
Sure,
If it is-
stop it.
If it is anything other than 1,000, Tyler,
Yeah.
anything other than 1,000.
You don't roll it. I distanced myself from this choice.
This is already happening. This is Tyler trying to save
No.
you guys.
Oh god.
D1000. Ah!
Oh Christ.
Oh. 881.
That was pretty
Behind,
close.
not 1,000.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
I need to do a custom roll. Is it just /R?
Oh god.
Papa
yeah,
Tim's
slash
like,
R
I can't
space.
track a D1000.
Okay. So
Okay.
you guys go into your corners and each pull a book at the same time. I need you guys to let me make sure on this.
Oh
It's
god,
gonna be
have
like
we
a
just set
bunch
off
of
3
traps.
traps?
Yeah, I think that's
Yep.
what happened.
It's the 2 non-magic ones, isn't it? We're supposed to do the 2 non-magic ones, and then there's a mechanism, and then there's magic traps on the other 3.
Oh, I need you guys to make me 3 separate reflex saves
Oh
with
Christ.
a DC of 20.
Oh no.
Oh no.
1.
Well, I succeeded 2, failed 1.
I have failed
Okay.
all of them.
And I'm going to need you guys to keep
Was
track
the
of
DC
this.
20? Because I got a nat 1, and then I passed 1
20.
and failed
You have
1.
to
I
get
think.
20. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is very important that we keep track of this because this could be very bad.
Okay.
The first
Oh, God.
fireball.
Oh no.
So the first
Shit.
save, the only Chuck takes half.
So 11.
Oh, buddy.
Okay.
Second one hits.
Oh, that's
32.
the one I failed.
Oh, I think I'm like dead, you all.
I've got so 47 minus 32 is 15.
We're gonna be the next sacrifices. We like Azuka's gonna come back. We're all bone devils.
And then the third fireball hits.
Oh my god,
13.
I'm up with 2.
Oh my god.
All right, actually, that's
Okay,
only 7. I'm up with.
I'm down.
8.
I'm dead. I'm like,
Okay, wait. So
it's
Oh.
does my nat
67.
one make the first one any worse than taking full damage,
No,
or is
no,
that
you just pass or fail.
okay?
It's a save.
And then it's half.
Why'd you
for
have to do
passes.
max damage on the one I failed?
It's half, yeah. But it's half if you
save,
save.
it's half. If you fail, it's full.
Okay, I'm just gonna.
It's 67 total.
This.
Which is more than my total HP.
I passed one of them.
Which one did you pass? Oh, the second one. That's good because that was the biggest
Yeah,
one.
I
That
passed
was
the
the biggest
second
one.
one,
So you
which
take
is I'm very happy about
22
that.
plus
I take 51.
16.
How much HP do you have?
I am at 10.
Oh, you
I'm at
know
8.
This
As is
what
red
happens.
because we're linked.
This is what happens. You guys go
Oh.
3, 2, 1. Boom! The loudest explosion, boom, 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 happens at the same time, rings out. Kyoko just ragdolls instantly, launches across the room, hit by the second one, gets launched into the library on the other side, slams to the floor. Chuck boom, 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 hits by all these. It is fire damage for Chuck. In each instance is its own set of fire damage.
That's good for you.
Oh,
though,
I have
right?
way more health then.
Yeah, that's
because
good
I
for
half
you.
the half.
Nice.
No, actually, resistances work differently in Pathfinder. So you have a physical number that you subtract. It should be your level.
My
6
level,
or 5?
so 5. Yeah,
So you should be 6.
mine's just level 5.
I'm level
Did
5.
we level up again? I'm level 5.
You know what? We made the monk level 6. Okay. Yep.
I was like,
Morian. We made
I'm
Morian.
definitely not level
so-
6. So if I should be level 6,
I have 15 more health then,
After today,
which means I'm
yes.
23. I have 23 health.
Okay. The fire subsides as Cade is next to the desk with a barrier up that took a big brunt of the hit. And you can see his arm is scorched black. Chuck is standing in the center, wreathed in fire for a moment as each of his veins are exposed with this white hot iron look, with his hair now fully lit up, looking more like an Ifriti than a human. As he cools off, it goes back to the human state. As you guys now see, Mintala slammed against the floor, alive, but Kyoko not moving on the ground.
I see nothing.
Kyoko, you see blackness.
I see
Actually,
the other side of my.
when Kyoko goes downed, what do they see?
I don't know. What do you
A
mean?
vision
what-
of your past that you might have? Actually. Okay, we'll see what happens, but I got something.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm-
Now, I don't have any good ways of healing, but I know that, like, Chuck has, like, the battlefield medicine shenanigans going on, so I'm gonna hope that that is applicable in this situation and can help Kyoko. I'm just gonna cast Lifelink Surge to start healing me and Red.
Okay. As that happens, Cade pushes himself off the desk. He goes, okay. As just blood comes out from his mouth. He goes, okay. Let's not do that again. Okay. He starts stumbling over to Kyoko, pulls out a healing potion. Just goes, okay. Here we go. And you're healed for 2d4 plus, I think 4. No, plus 2. So you get 5 points of health.
All right, I have 5 HP.
And as you are coming to consciousness, you awaken in this space where it's this grayish flowing time distortion tunnel around you. There is just the ticking of a clock beneath you, and there is another version of yourself with 5 tails staring down at you with a scar across your face and more naturally white hair. And as you're coming to, she goes, get up. It's not your time yet. Pulls up, and you get healed.
That's cool. Kyoko comes back to, opens their eyes, and gets to their feet. What
Let's
happened?
try the non-magic ones this time. I feel we have to move faster now.
Kyuko's going to heal and then grab the... Not going to grab the books. Kyoko's not doing well. I need to heal myself the most, so... figure out what that is.
And naturally, you guys would hear the thump, 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 thump of people upstairs running towards this room.
Chuck holds the 2 books.
You feel as you're pulling the non-magical book, this pulling of a chain, and you hear a shunk. You can pull the other one, shunk, and a as these chains start to pull back and the desk separates, opens up as the floor pulls away and a cobblestone staircase is revealed.
Anything you can cast to cause a trap when they chase us in here.
Well, I feel this is the best way to go.
I feel like the effect on Mental and Red right now probably looks really cool. This is Lifelink Surge, which I don't think I've ever had the chance to use before. It's the one healing I have, which is that I heal Red, but by doing so, I heal myself. I think like at 10 HP, both of us, Red is just like there's rocks everywhere, and there's like a diminished form of him. Mental is like so messed up and like bleeding and like battered. And there's just like a pulse of like his and Red's floating symbols that link them, just like boom. And as like Mental, I always like healing, self-healing effects where you go like and like pull this energy in, and like he does this.
As you,
like you see,
that, like
it's slow.
Path energy becomes visible, goes into your hand, and you like grab it and pull it into yourself.
Yeah, but it's slow. It like I start this and an effect starts ticking. It takes like half a minute. It's 4 rounds, and each round we're both healing 6 HP. So like I just slowly start to heal my wounds, and rocks slowly sort of tumble along the ground and like connect back up to Red and begin flowing up. But like it's barely begun. We're still very beat up.
And like a Resident Evil third-person camera, you guys file your way down the stairs. Chuck walking down, slowly illuminating the darkness with his residual Ifriti self, and as it dims and fades to black. And that's where we're going to end today.
Oh my gosh, I didn't realize it was the end, like time wise.
That's 3 hours.
Yep.
Oh man.
Oops.
I did not expect you
was-
guys to pull all 3 at once.
Okay.
We just did like the ultimate stealth mission. Everything went right. The one like a couple times where things went a bit wrong, we immediately like saved it and nailed it again. Like we snuck in, nobody suspected a thing. We knocked out some guards. We poisoned the food with sleep powder. Everything went perfect. We get to the thing and it's like, oh, a basic puzzle, and then we do the absolute worst option and triple fireball ourselves.
My mind
Hey,
was
Chuck
they're
did
gonna pull the
everything
first-
right until the last point.
My mind was they might pull one of the magic ones, and then they realize not to do that again. But doing all 3 at the same time.
Well, because they were the only one. So like, I think the thought we were like, oh, it's magical, so
Yeah.
maybe we have to move all
So what
3
you
of these in a
saw-
certain order.
was somebody casting a glyph of warding onto the books, not pulling them away and not moving them after. They weren't like pulling them to release a mechanism.
You know what? It checks out because
Yep.
Kyoko is not like doesn't really know Arcana that well. Like,
Not at all.
yeah, it's not her thing. Like she
Wait, but
knows more.
We've
like-
we've had people go down. Is that the first time?
I've gone down a few times.
In canon time, I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, in canon.
Well, there was the
having-
time when I technically went down, but then we instantly leveled up, so I like was okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got hit by a car once. I don't know.
More than once.
Yeah.
More than
True.
once.
More than
Hit by a
once.
train.
No.
Oh, in Kyoko went down when Azuka raged on the train.
Yeah,
Right.
I did.
That's
go
prime
down.
timeline.
Okay.
That's true.
The
Because
prime
we had the
timeline.
roll for falling off. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. Okay. Well, guys, who
That's
wants to
it for-
explain this to Drac?
I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Drac,
we'll
watch
see
it
if we
back.
make it back.
I
We'll see if we
I
make
swear
it back to
it went
Drac.
so well. It went just one mistake.
Man.
All right. Well, with
Good job.
that, we are going to wrap up today's episode. So thank you all for tuning in. We are going to record an after show after this. If you want access to that after show, head on over to our Patreon where you will get access to it if you are a certain tier. So first and foremost, we want to thank our sponsor. Thank you, Roll20, for sponsoring today's episode. We super duper appreciate you. And if you're curious how we're doing our rolls, like these little, how we print these things into the thing, you see all the rolls here, our character sheets and stuff like that. That's all through Roll20. It's super duper handy. So if you're trying to find a way to play, tabletop with your friends remotely, it is very useful. Or even in person, you could all be having your tablets. It, can make it work. We also do have merch. You can head on over to designbyhumans.com/shop/roll4 and check out some merch. Get yourself a mug, a shirt, whatever it is, and rep your favorite tabletop channel, right? And of course, we do have another Fablecraft Vecna's Awakening episode coming to you June 20th. We highly recommend checking it out. It has a little bit more combat action. They're going into the dark, wild woods, where Bentham's character is from. So it should be very interesting. And our new show, well, it's a one-shot, Hell's Kitchen. Definitely come tune in. It is going to be a wild ride. June 22nd, 10 a.m. Pacific, right here, twitch.tv/roll4it. I'll be GMing, and we will have Bentham joining us, as well as Kyber again, and two new folks. Well, not new. Z has been with us before. B Zelda will definitely be joining us, as well as J Diddy, who's new to the Roll For It fam. Send some love to J Diddy. They will be joining us, and it is going to be a very, very interesting one shot. Let's just put it that way.
Gonna be
Get
fun.
demons versus devils in a cooking contest in the 9 hells. What could go wrong?
It'd be great.
Nothing.
I feel like I need to watch the menu as prep.
The menu is so good. It's very thought-provoking. And of course, we want to thank our supporter Jackson Decay today. Thank you for supporting today's episode. And if you would like to support an episode like Jackson, you can head on over to our Patreon and you can become a legend tier or above. And that not only gets you access to supporting an episode and helping pay our cast to keep the lights on, but it also gets you access to a private GM'd game, which Kyber is going to be GMing this one. I think it'll be like one of the last ones Kai gets to DM, so get in there and get it while it's hot. And of course, we do have a whole bunch of other goodies over on Patreon, like our character backgrounds, character sheets, things like that. So if you want to check those out, you should, and we will have more stuff coming along the way. You can also sub to us here on Twitch, which gets you access to the VODs in advance, as well as some emotes, and you can become a YouTube member, which gets you access to some of those emotes. And whether you're a YouTube member, sub on Twitch, or a Patreon supporter, you get access to a private Discord where I'm sure people are going to be like, how did they roll so well? And then fuck it up.
Really mess it up.
I'm really curious what my average was today
It was-
versus last week.
Wild.
I want to see the stats.
Yeah. I'm sure Papa Tim is going to paste them in chat.
Oh,
It is
they're
already in the
posted.
Discord, so if you
Already
want to
in the
see it, join
Discord.
in.
Yeah. And of course, there's lots of non-monetary ways to support us. We know that not everyone can do that. We like to give benefits to those who can. But you can also just watch us live here on Twitch, make clips. I saw some clips being made. And watching us over on YouTube, subscribing, liking, commenting, following us on Twitter and Facebook. We always have posts up there. So, sharing and liking and commenting on all of those things really helps us. And with that, I'm going to let these lovely people say where you can find them at, because not only are they amazing, here in Valtorrent, they also do lots of other stuff on the internet, and you should check it out. So first and foremost, we're going to start it off with Bentham. Bentham, who plays our one and only Mentala. Where can people find you at? Oh my gosh, when you're not trying to spike people's food?
Oh God. Oh no. You can find me here doing TTRPGs. I'm on this one, obviously. I'm in Vacna's Awakening. I'm going to be in Hell's Kitchen. It's a great time. And you can find me in other places too. It's official now. It's actually been officially announced. The Wandering Inn's Alien show, the Duakrama Outlook, has actually been officially announced on Twitter. It's still no release date. It's still being edited, but super hyped for it. It's got a huge cast, like 12 people, 11 people. Like,
Jeez.
it's a whole thing.
The
I'll
poster for it was
keep
cool. It
talking
was like
about
a
it
movie
more.
poster.
That's awesome.
Yep. No, yeah, it's made out like a movie poster, and everyone's got like movie like production roles, like, you know,
Which
sound.
was at first
and...
confusing when I looked at it because I was like,
Yeah, no, it is a
Yeah.
little bit weird. Yeah, because the first line is actually true with like with music and editing, and then everything else on the second two lines, it's cast members but given cool names. So I'm the Boom. Stuff
I
like
saw
that. And
that.
Domestic Dan gets to be best boy. I'm jealous.
yeah.
Yeah, that's me, and then I do some Let's Plays as well.
All right. Next up, we got Apocalypto12, who plays Chuck. Where can people find you at when you're not insulting yourself?
You can find me insulting myself in other places, but you can find me on socials as Apocalypto_12. You can check out my podcast called Go My Favorite Sports Team. New guest episode just dropped today with race car driver extraordinaire Samantha Tan. We got into the deep nitty-gritty of how many drivers are in a car at once and what it's like being a woman in racing, because it's a very male-dominated sport. So pretty exciting stuff. Go check it out. It's video exclusive on Spotify, but you can listen wherever you pod your casts.
Awesome. And we've got Kai Bear, our one and only GM. Where can people find you at when you are not chucking fireballs at us?
I'm not deep frying my cast. You can find me on all the big T's of social media: Twitch, TikTok, and Twitter. TikTok and Twitter is KaiBearVO, KaiBear on Twitch. And yeah, I'll be streaming later today.
All right. And I'm Margaret Crone. You can find me at Margaret Crone in all of the places. I do lots of things on the internet. If you want to see those things, just follow me. I'm here on Roll Forward on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10 a.m. Pacific. I GM on the Tuesday show for Fablecraft, which has been super duper fun. And I'm also over on Bub's channel in the evening on Tuesdays, where we are playing another Pathfinder game set in Eberron. So I hope to see you all in some of those things. And we will see you next week for another episode. Oh, no. We will see you next week in hell. Yeah. Bye.
Goodbye.